Welcome. Welcome. How we doing? All right. My power plug came out. Show's off to a fantastic start. We're all aces. Not Tom aces. That guy sucks. Not as much as it sucks to see Jay Quest's name back in the chat. Very, very, very. We gotta get better, guys. We gotta get better. I see Jay Quest 57 is back. Not a fan. My power plug comes out of the laptop just as I move the microphone. Not a fan. Boomtown's complaining. Is this a sanctioned stream? I don't know if it's sanctioned in Canada. I say a lot of ridiculous stuff, man. I don't know what your laws are up there. I'll do my best. I will try my hardest to please the masses. That's what she said. Let's see who we got here tonight. Hank G coming in first, firing on all cylinders. Boomtown questioning if the First Class Flights with Nick Shine episode 2 is sanctioned. It's Wednesday night. It's 9 o'clock. It's go time, baby. Jeffrey's here. I came here for nothing but sanctioned cream. I digress. Get yourself a towel. Get yourself ready. Wash your hands. And get ready to comment and have a good time. So for those of you that don't know, hello, Hank, again. I misclicked. Getting used to the mouse pad. For those of you that don't know, First Class Flights is going to be an interview show. Going to have on a content creator, a member of the chat, maybe a former Jet, maybe a member of the media, and we're going to do an interview. And I'm going to interview them. And we are going to then talk all Jets after that. It's kind of like a get-to-know-you show. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I think I have a pretty interesting guest lined up here shortly. But let's say hello to all of you fantastic viewers. We got the legendary. His last day as a 55-year-old man on the planet Earth. Bobby Midnight is in the chat. Hello, Bobby. We hope you enjoy your last night as 55-year-old. Maybe the show will go to midnight, but you better not be up at midnight because you're co-hosting with me tomorrow, and it's all Jets all night, and I need you fully rested, my friend. Mark Ferraro is here, fellow Jet Yankee fan. We're weird. There's not a lot of us. Not a lot of Jet Yankees out there, but Mark's with me. Jake's with me. Mark's with me. There's more. I think Bonesy, VR. Thank you for joining, sir. Hi, Peter. Hello, Mess. Welcome. Tom Ace. You're ruining the party. I want Bobby's right nut back. That's what she said. Armand's in the house. Hello, good sir. With his fantastic profile photo. Oh, you're going to make me jet the F up. Greg Rollo, nice to see you. Thank you for joining the party. Wild Wave is here, as always. Jerome, Nick, Nick. I like it. I like that. There we go. That's better. Connor's here. What's up, my man, Connor? Alex Levine, welcome. Welcome. Make yourself at home. Kick your feet up. Enjoy the show. Clancy's here, dropping the orange chair for Bobby. Bobby's wrinkled old man nuts, new to the chat. Welcome, Mr. Nuts. Pleasure to see you. Hopefully, I'm not the only one seeing you tonight. Amateur hour. Nick left his ringer on his phone. My apologies. I'm a dunce. Who else we got out in the chat? Oscar's here. I'm your host, Nick. Welcome, Oscar. Jet 41's in the house. If you look up in the sky, you can see a jet. But if you look a little closer, you can see a hawk. What's up, Hawk? Stacks in the house. Oh, everything just jumped around. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, this is weird. Usually when Nick starts a show, he comes on, he greets you, And then he plays an opening video. And I wanted to wait. I want to wait to all of you shiners, all of you lunatics. And I say that with love because we're Jets fans. We want content every hour of every day. We're lunatics. Let's be real about it. There's only one way I could start this show off tonight. It's a Wednesday. It's 9 o'clock. My guest is here. So, ladies and gentlemen, I give you.
And now, welcome to Pride and Chaos.
Welcome to the darkest year of our adventures. Oh, yeah!
And now, give it up for Jeremy and Nick.
Now you scared me.
And as usual, Nick is wrong.
Why are you the way that you are? God, I can't stand you.
Let's go to eat a damn snack.
Whoa, that was cool.
Some of you newbies to the channel might be like, well, what the hell is that? Some of you old school fans are probably having goosebumps running up and down your arm. Maybe a little tingle in your plums. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pride, with loud, distinguished pride, I bring to you the return of the one, the only, thank God for that. This world can't handle more than one of him. Mr. Jets Chaos, Egghead Jeremy.
Oh! Can you feel it, baby? Can you feel the chaos now?
Do it. That's not even my forearm sticking up. How you doing, pal?
We're good, man. We're here on a Wednesday. I forgot what it's like to stream on a Wednesday.
Welcome back. Well, if you and me are on together on a Wednesday at 9 o'clock, it means that we're going to get wild. We're going to get chaotic. We're going to have some fun. We're going to learn about you. I reached out to you and I said, you know what? This is my first interview that I'm doing. Last week, my buddy Chris came on. He did a lot of fantasy football. But here, we're going to interview Jets Chaos. We're going to find out what made you get so effing chaotic. We're going to find out what makes you tick. We're going to find out what made you a Jet fan. We're going to find out why you are the way that you are. But first,
It's going to be a long show.
Knob Deep coming in with, hi, Jeremy. I love your face.
That makes someone.
That city is a population of one. Here you go. Extreme close up. Ah! Oh, why'd that go back to me? That sucked. Oh, man. Get out of that. I thought if I hit. All right, let me do this.
Ooh. Profile.
Very nice. Very nice. You almost knocked the shades off with that honker.
Well, someone once said to me, Jeremy, why would you want a nose job? And I would say, nerd, popularity, and coolness.
Shout out to Hank. Hank guessed it. He did use two guesses, though. He did say Jeremy or Adam, but he did say Jeremy first. So I give it to Hank. Hank, one of our very fine, outstanding Canadian viewers. Knob coming in with a spy report. He's moist AF right now. So Knob, thank you for the super chat.
I
Thank
love
you,
these
everyone for tuning in.
I love these guys. These are the best of all. These are the MVPs of all YouTube streamers and viewers, right here in this chat. These are the MVPs.
The great Charles Gorman is here. Hi, Jeremy. Nice to see you again. FYI, I love your face too.
What's up, Charles?
Jeremy getting a lot of love in the chat. They love you. They miss you. I miss you.
Aw. We'll see each other soon. About a month from now, there'll be lots of hugging.
Yes. I just want to let you know I'm joining you on your journey. I'm joining you on your weight loss journey. So our next belly bump, we got to be careful. Our bellies aren't going to be as big. We got to make sure we don't like touch lips. Last time, the bellies kept us apart where our heads were this far apart.
Right.
This time we're getting slimmer. We don't want to accidentally get a little smooching. Maybe we do. Maybe we do. Stay tuned, folks. You never know what happens when we get together.
By next year's draft, I hope to be at least 80, 90 pounds lighter than I was in this past draft. So, yeah, it's going to be
breaking news.
It's going to be significant. It'll be significant as long as I stay the course and don't, it's not never easy to diet, especially when food is like one of your favorite things in the freaking world. So,
yeah. Well, the only thing easier than eating poorly is guaranteeing Modine to come in with a negative comment. Modine comes in and says, Jeremy's back. Boo. Boo. Boo, Modine. Everybody in the chat, boo Mo right now. Thumbs down for Mo.
Every year we have to confirm that Modine is still alive, and now we know for another Jet season, Modine has survived and he's alive.
He is. And he's been feisty. He's on his A game right now. He's getting that chat fired up. Johnny Boy coming in, who's a shiner for 4 months. Jeremy, we have missed you. The real deal chaos, baby. Welcome back, Broham. Being on time, 9 p.m. is awesome. That's what I do.
Love Johnny Boy. Good to see you out there. Always good to see Johnny Boy out there, knowing that he's out there with that big family of his, hopefully cooking some barbecuing.
And there we go. Well done, everybody. Wild Wave, get owned. Armand coming in. Slimmer, you can do it. That's right. You can all do it. Armand's leading the way. Armand he's on a great journey. He's on a great weight loss journey. And very, very proud of him. He's putting in some good work.
Nice.
He's an inspiration to all.
Nice.
Yeah, I know, Jay Quest. I hated it coming out of my mouth. That's what she said. But only Johnny can say broham and it sound good. I say it and it sounds like burnt ham. I don't know. I sound uber white when I said that. So let's get into it. Oh, Nate's showing love. My guy Chaos. I like that. I like love. That's very nice. What we need in Jet community is everyone united. We're going on a ring season, Jack. We don't want any anchors. We don't want any negativity. I poo-poo all negativity away from Jet stratosphere. Poo-poo it. Shoo-shoo. Be gone. Go away. Good riddance to negativity. But I'm going to tell you something. I am effing excited. I am excited. I am excited to talk to you. I'm excited to have you on. And then after the interview portion, if you have time, we're going to get into the roster and we're going to get into how elite this roster really is. So
best of my lifetime, bro.
I'm going to start the interview now. Very professional. I announce when the interview starts. I just don't ask a question. So I'm learning as we go here. For all of you in the chat, any comments with the super chat, get on air immediately. Gifted memberships, always a great way to support the channel. Throw some love towards Jeremy's way. I'll send you some love.
Good to see Mark Reese, by the way. Good friend of ours. So good to see my brother out there, Mark.
Marky Mark is here. Nice. All the big names coming out tonight, and they didn't even know.
And look at my OG, Jets Mess is in the house.
He's there. So let's get into it. I know you're a much, much older than me. much, much older than me. So let's go to the beginning. What made you? Oh, I missed that. Mess. Last time Snacks was on, he was on a classic rant. That's right. It's chaos brings chaos. That's what he does, Mess. We don't call him calm, Jets fan. We don't call him Jets calm. We don't call him Jets relaxation. We call him Jets chaos. Thank you for the super chat, Mess. You are fantastic. And thank you for the subtle hint to me that I missed it, Jeremy. Very well done. Very well done. So let's go back to the beginning.
Huh?
You're a young Jewish boy from Brooklyn. How do you become a Jets fan? That was my Brooklyn Jewish accent. How did I do?
You sounded a little bit like my rabbi. Jeremy.
It's almost if I do it on the phone with you a lot.
Jeremy, how has it come to pass that you would spend your Sundays watching such a team? But was
You're lucky that the Holy Sabbath is on Saturday. You can watch the game.
One of my earliest memories of football was the 1980 Super Bowl. It was the Rams versus the Steelers. And I don't remember really having an affiliation, but my oldest brother, Lee, was rooting for the Rams, and I thought it was odd. It was like, why do you have a team in this? Because none of them say New York next to it. The only team I loved at that time, and you cover yours a little bit, Nick, but was the Mets. So I didn't understand this infatuation with this team that wasn't New York. But I really didn't know much about football, but I remember that Super Bowl. I remember the excitement. I remember it being played in my house with my parents upstairs, and my brother and all. And that back in those days, we watched actually in the master bedroom. Like we used to watch TV
on TV
on the bed with my parents.
So the living room or the master. Kids didn't have TVs in the late 70s and early 80s. That's ridiculous.
That's right.
Real quick, shout out to Boba Jet. Thank you for the super chat. And yes, I hope you guys are all ready for some shiny chaos tonight. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you as always. So you had to gather around.
So 2 years later, fast forward 2 years later, I'm in, I believe, 5th grade, maybe 6th grade, because I think I was 12. It was the 1982 postseason. And by that time, we actually got for Hanukkah, Christmas, my birthday, all at the same time of the year, we got a TV in our downstairs den. So we had TV. And this guy, I'll never forget, this guy, Mike, was just like one of the first friends that didn't live on my street, that from school actually would come over from, the neighborhood a few blocks to hang out. Like it was like first friend that wasn't a block friend, but a school friend. That sounded weird. A block friend, sounded very racist, but,
no, anyway, it wasn't black. You said block.
I know, but still it was like, if you heard it quickly and you didn't know, but anyway, I don't remember the season. I just remember maybe it was he that got me into the, I don't know. I just remember passionately watching this playoff game. It was a wild card game between the Jets and the Bills. Richard Todd was the quarterback. And by the end of the game, I just was attached to them. I was passionately rooting for the Jets. It was such an exciting game because they were behind a lot and they were coming back the whole game. And there they were at like the 22-yard line. And it was like the end of the game and they needed the touchdown. So, it would have been the winning touchdown to win the game. And of course, foreshadowing, right, of what was to come in the future, Richard Todd throws an interception. We lose the game. I'm brokenhearted. This guy, Mike, is brokenhearted or whatever. But it was a very big and important moment in my life because I had found a new love, and that was the New York Jets. And of course, it started with heartbreak, but it was a great game. And right away, I started picking up on the names. There were these guys, Mark Gastineau, Joe Klecko, and, on defense that were, like all over the place that they kept talking about, and New York Sack Exchange, and Freeman McNeil was the running back, Wesley Walker. So there were like Mickey Schuler was the tight end, all these great names. And Lance Mell was the linebacker, and just all these great names were just coming at me. And by the next year, I had gotten so into it that as the season started, I knew all the players. And that was it. I was hooked. I was a Jet fan, diehard Jet fan that year.
How did you learn the players back then? Was it through Sports Illustrated or
magazines?
Yeah.
Magazines for sure.
Yeah.
And I used to buy magazines anyway because I'd buy wrestling magazines because I used to follow like the AWA, the Florida, wrestling and the Texas wrestling and read about guys like Harley Race and Ric Flair. And so I was already buying magazines, and that was how you did it for the draft and everything. I remember in the draft prospecting, there was no draft prospecting except for buying magazines and reading about these players if you weren't a big college football fan. And how many college games could you watch back then? There was no cable. There's no way to watch anything other than whatever game was on NBC or
that's
CBS.
what I always said with growing up in the 80s and the early 90s before the DirecTV. You watched the Jets at 1 and the Giants at 4. They never played at the same time. Like the New York market or vice versa, right? The Giants were 1, the Jets were at 4. And I rooted
and they always played at different times. They always played opposite times.
Always. And then once the satellite thing hit, people wanted better games on. So if the Jets or Giants are bad, they're going to put them on at the same time and screw that. But we grew up watching both games. So I rooted against the Redskins, the Eagles, the Cardinals, and the Cowboys just as much as I rooted against the Patriots, Colts, Dolphins, and Bills. Because you watched it every week, or family would come over. Dad would have friends over. My friends would come over. So you watched the Jet and the Giant game almost like in unison each week. That's what amazes me. Like older people who hate them so much. It's like, wait, man, we watch this with our friends and family every week. For me, at least. But that was the thing.
I same exact experience. I never understood the hatred for the Giants because there was always something a little extra for the Jets. And I think when they first played each other, that was when I realized for sure how much more, I was a Jet fan. But I love the Giants because we watched both games. Like you're saying, every week we watch both games. And my father was certainly not, my dad was a different person. He didn't follow what other people do, that you have to pick one. My dad just loved New York teams, Mets, Yankees. He didn't care if it said New York next to it. He was a New Yorker. He rooted for that team. But we sat there and
rest in peace to Mr. Cravette.
Thank you. But we used to sit and we used to watch both games. We used to, and that was actually a great time because in around that time, that was right before my dad really took off professionally, and had a big break, and and before he got back into his music and his bluegrass music. So we really bonded and built a relationship that year, those few years watching the Jets and the Giants every week.
Nice. My friend Barney coming in with a super chat saying, I learned phone numbers by Jet numbers. Yes. Harper was 42, Toon 88, McNeil 24, Todd 14, Walker 85. Off the top of my head. Oh, of course. Those. Yeah. Yep. You had to memorize someone's phone number. You did it by baseball players or Jets. You memorized the numbers. If it was a 23, it was Mattingly. If it was 31, it was Winfield. If it was a 7, it was Ken O'Brien. That's how a lot of people. We got to remember, for you youngins out there, we didn't have devices to put everything in. You met a girl out, you had to write it on a bar napkin. You wrote it on. How many people remember writing the phone number on your hand?
Yeah,
where the girl would grab the pen and write her number on your hand. I mean,
all the time.
Listen, in high school, I may have had a number on the top of the hand, a number on the bottom of the hand, on both hands. I'm just saying, there was numbers everywhere. I looked like a Bic pen exploded on me. I know Hawk in the chat is used to different things exploding on him, but I digress. But thank you for the trip down memory lane, Barney, and thank you for the super chat. You're the man. And thank you to all of you who are in here watching right now. We're doing first class flights. It says episode 2, but this is my first interview, and I brought on my good friend, Jets Chaos. So now you're becoming a Jet fan, right? It's starting to become like a little family ritual. And you experience things like the Richard Todd game. As a kid, it couldn't be easy being a Jet fan. Like, we all lived it. What made you stay? What made you stay in through your teenage years? What was it? Just once you were connected, Like, what was the hook for you?
Oh, well, it was it was the players. It was the players. It was Freeman McNeil. It was Johnny Hector. It was Mickey Schuler. It was Wesley Walker. Klecko Gastineau, Marty Lyons. I just love them. I love them. They were my heroes. They were that year was such a passionate year. I mean, it broke my heart when we lost to Miami, but then there was that thing of revenge, always wanting to hate Miami, always wanting to see the Jets be better than Miami. And then, the Giants with Parcells and Sims and Lawrence Taylor in the defense, and I love watching them too, and I really rooted for them, but it just never struck the emotional chord, maybe because it started with that Jet game in 1982. They were always just a team I really loved and rooted for hard. And when they won the Super Bowl in '86, I was going nuts. I was super happy. And maybe that was part of it too, because the Giants had gotten there for me. They had done it. They had given me that great feeling of winning where the Jets hadn't. So with the Jets, it was just, I think that sometimes pain brings you even closer. And like all the pain that caused the Jets just got me more and more, wrapped up in them.
So throughout all the pain in the 80s, who are some of the players that you really did like? Did you have jerseys, or like some of them had like the Bradleys? Like with Walmart was before Bradleys for me in Central Jersey. Bradleys, we were going to Bradleys, we were going balling. That was where we went for school shopping, and it was Bradleys. Or if Dad got like a bonus, we went to Caldor. I mean, we went to Caldor, man. Fucking holy shit! I'm getting the good cheap brands today, baby. But who, sometimes you get those T-shirts with the name and the number on, right? If it's not a jersey, or like the what we call the China jerseys now, you get those at Walmart or those other stores. Any jerseys that you had growing up? Any players that you really connected with? Like if you were out in the backyard or on the block playing, the player that you're like, I'm this guy. I'm because we did that back in the day. We declared what player we were going to be. Who were your guys? Who were your Jets?
Mickey Schuler, because when I played two-hand touch football on my block, that's how we grew up, two-hand touch on the street, right? The older kids painted my block. My block was about 120 yards. It was perfect. But the entire street, the one day they just painted the yard lines, the big 50-yard line, the whole thing. But we played a lot of football. Like we played two-hand touch all the time. So you know how that is. There's a giver, a quarterback, and then it's 3 versus 3. Maybe there was like 8 kids playing at a time most of the time. Sometimes even 4 kids playing, right? Yeah. But I always imagined myself, because I wasn't super fast, or anything like that, but I had good hands, and I was a younger kid. So I used to be covered by my best friend David, who was younger also. So we would both beat each other. We would both be able to, we both covered each other, but we both, would beat each other.
In the motherland, we call him David.
Yeah, David. Well, he's actually Italian. He's my best friend.
Too much NCIS. Forgive me.
He was actually Italian. I grew up working in his pizzeria restaurant, which started my love for food.
Oh, you've told me about it.
But that's a whole other story.
Okay.
But he's the one I stay with in Staten Island usually when I'm in town. But
nice.
Anyway, we always got stuck on each other. Like the teams were always divided, that he was on one and I was on the other side. And there was another kid on the block that was a year younger than me that sometimes I'd play against. But it was always Mickey Schuler, because it was that I wasn't the guy who went deep or anything like that. I was the check down guy. Yep. But I always imagined Mickey Schuler, like I do a down and out, and just catch the ball. But the one thing I could say is I had good hands. I didn't drop the ball. There's a lot of pressure in Brooklyn. If you drop the ball.
You a hand catcher, or were you like a body catcher, like rapid and tight into the body?
I think I started off body because I didn't have real coaching. And I think later on, some of the older kids that started to think I was funny, and I started getting a personality. I always used to entertain and make people laugh. So the older kids really liked me. And a couple of them on the block that were a bunch of years older were on the football team, and they started seeing how I would catch. And they were the ones that taught me about using my hands and trying to, reaching out, catching with my hands.
Reaching out,
with
touching me.
Hands, being
nice.
But
I had a kid on the block his name was John Payne. He was the tight end, and he would wait. He would let the receivers go, and then he would just put on the speed burst. And if everyone cleared out, bloop, I'd hit John, and he would like spike the ball every time. He was like the real intense guy on the block.
I do have to say, but when I was in college and I would play, I used to love playing defense. Like I loved, especially zone. I actually at first I wasn't sure about it, but I love zone once I started playing it. And that then you say, who did I pretend I was? I used to pretend I was James Hasty because I wouldn't shut up. Like I'd run, knock the ball down, and I'd say nothing. I would just start talking because I learned that from James Hasty because he was the first player that even though it was on a TV screen, that you could tell he didn't shut up. You could see it on the screen. You could just see him, that the guy, we would laugh and we would say it. Look at him. He just doesn't shut up. He just talks trash the entire game. And I love James.
You've carried that trait with you throughout life.
Yeah.
I was just like to say that did not end on the block. You brought that with you for future years. So how long did you live in the New York area? I know you moved from Brooklyn. At what age did you guys move out of Brooklyn?
Oh, I was born and raised until I was, when I went to college, it was at Stony Brook in Long Island, but my parents still lived in Brooklyn in the same house. And then I went to grad school in this. That's when I probably crossed paths with Frankie in like 94, 95, 96, right before 96. I was living upstairs. We had a 2-family. And my parents knew they were going to sell the house, so they stopped renting the top part of the house. My dad just turned it into a music studio, and I used it as my apartment, the kitchen and the bedroom and the bathroom. So, because now I'm older, I'm back from college, so now I got to have my own place. While I went to grad school, I went to Brooklyn College, and I used to hang out on Flatbush. And Frankie from Flatbush, we talk about it all the time. We went to the same bars, Lenny and John's, the pizza place, famous place that everybody would go and get their rice balls and, with marinara sauce and all that stuff. But I didn't leave until 1996 when I got my master's degree. I went to the Bay Area for the first time. And that was the last time I ever lived in Canarsie. But I did live in Brooklyn again from 2007 to about 2010. I lived in near Prospect Heights.
Nice. That answers Jay Quest. Jay Quest, thank you for chiming in with the interview. Sorry, sometimes I snap. Sometimes
I was a Canarsie boy, born and raised.
So in the 90s, a lot of downtime, a lot of bad years, right? A lot of miserable seasons. The Rich Kotite era. And then we bring in Parcells.
Yeah.
What was that like for you being a Jet fan and getting the guy that we watched win multiple Super Bowls? We watched him go to New England. It wasn't an intense rivalry yet until, for me, 80s and the early 90s, the Dolphins were the rivalry. The Dolphins were the team that you looked at the calendar. I mean, my house, my mom's a Dolphin fan. And my nephew is now too. She lives with them, so she's influenced him. So back then, we looked, when's the Dolphin game? When's the home Dolphin game? That was the game where you knew you had to be at. It was going to be nuts. I'm starting to be an older teenager, driving, going to these games. We're tailgating and getting wild. What was it like for you when we got Parcells after stealing him from the Patriots? After watching him win multiple Super Bowls with the Giants, now coming here to coach us?
Well, I mean, me and my brother at that time, like the one thing that we very strongly agreed on, I remember we used to talk about it all the time, that football is the quarterback and the coach, right? That's, to us, that's all it ever was. It was coach and quarterback. And then you could think about the rest of your team. But if you really wanted to win, and not have it be like an outlier type of thing, you needed a coach and a quarterback. And when we got Parcells, I mean, just what you're saying. I mean, I said, this is a guy who is going to bring back the defense that I remember from when I was first a Jet fan. Like I knew I knew automatically going to have a great defense because Parcells is there. Right. And of course, he brings back Belichick as the defensive coordinator. So you just knew that we're going to have this great defense.
The winning combination, right?
And then I think we even had Earnhardt back there as the offensive coordinator. I think he still had Earnhardt with him and brought him in. I'm not 100% sure about that. But you saw him right away get Jumbo Elliott. Like he started getting offensive line. Right away he started to beef up and focus on the offensive line. You saw him start to build. He took what we had, but he added on in those spots, and you just saw him right away. We just started taking the characteristics of great defense, offensive line that's going to freaking push and shove you, and establish that running game. And then Vinny Testaverde was just a pleasant surprise that
he goes in the season as the backup, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was a turnover machine previously, and then he comes here, and all of a sudden, it was weird. It was weird. That opening game, Glenn Foley threw for over 400 yards in an overtime loss, right? The 94-yard run by Garrison Hurst. But we were like, Glenn Foley's our quarterback. Glenn Foley just threw for 400 yards, and we lost. We blame the defense.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Vinny comes in, and we didn't lose really after that. I think we started that year 1-2, right? And then we ended up 11-2, and in the last we ended up 12-4. Give me your thoughts for the playoff run. I was at the game January 12th, I believe, against the Jaguars that year. That we won when Keyshawn had one of the most incredible games in NFL history, where he ran a touchdown, caught a touchdown, recovered a fumble, and had an interception. Where were you for that game? Do you remember? That had to be a where were you moment as a Jet fan, right?
Yeah. For that game, I was in. Wow, I had just broken up with somebody, so I had moved out of the apartment. I was living in a shared house in San Jose. I was in a shared house, and I remember I spent there was a TV in the living room, but I had my own TV with me. So, and I don't know who the roommate liked or the guy who owned the house that rented me the room, but I pretty much remember being in that room watching that game and obviously it was reminded me of the two games we had won in 83, when we had beaten the Raiders and the Bengals to get to that Miami game. There's nothing quite like the feeling of winning playoff games. We experienced a little bit of it in 86 as well. So it wasn't, so we it's just, but it had been a long time. So it felt really good to be winning playoff games again.
Yeah. Random follow-up question. Do you still keep in touch with the guy that you broke up with? I had to. I'm sorry. We keep it fun here. We keep it fun. You know how it is. So give me your thoughts next. After Mo Lewis hits Drew Bledsoe, and you start to see that the Patriots aren't losing, and they go on their dynasty. How it's like we're going to get into the downtime, right? We don't have a lot of high time, so we're going to have to talk about this. What's your feelings as a Jet fan as you're watching a dynasty that we basically created by trading Belichick? Mo Lewis hits Drew Bledsoe. We basically hand them the two most important positions in sports, the quarterback and the head coach, right? How do you feel in that 2000s when you're watching them win 3 out of 4 and you're watching them become the evil empire? How chaotic were you?
It was just frustrating because I didn't want to accept it each year, right? And so there was a year I think Brady's second year where he didn't win. He lost in the playoffs, and I thought, oh, that's it, they're done. He's human. He's okay. He just had that great year, and I knew they were good, but you didn't see it coming until it started to happen, and it just happened.
It also for you youngins in the chat. That also coincided with the internet boom and message boards, and now you're connecting with people from around the country and around the world with shit talk. You used to just shit talk at work. You shit talk at the bar. You shit talked on the block. You shit talk your friends. Now there's globalization of shit talk, right? That's the biggest thing to come out of the internet is now you got to see opinions of people that you hate all the time. So that made it worse for us because Patriots fans found a way to just bombard anything that a Jet fan said to just shit on us.
And I'm traveling around the country now for work and things like that. So I'm and I'm going to Florida for IBM's Lotus Beer every year, right during the AFC Championship, NFC Championship playoff weekend. that's the weekend IBM has their thing. So now I'm stuck in bars and everything in hotels watching. And one of my best friends who I'd always meet up with because he was there for his company, his whole company would be there, and he'd always pick the place. I'd meet them in the hotel lobby, and the company was based in freaking Massachusetts, and they're all freaking Patriot fans. And I have to sit there watching. I had to sit there and watch them cheer and celebrate, and the arrogance of just walking over teams in the playoffs, to get to the Super Bowl. And I remember just sitting there, just feeling like crap about it,
Yes. Sorry, I have to get my coach's shirt sizes by tonight. So I'm trying to put together a text, and I can't find the one guy's number because I never see it.
I do want to say that I had a great moment in 2004. My brother, Lee worked for Semper Energy, which is a Fortune 500 company. They're basically the big utility company in San Diego, Southern California. They're like the PG&E of San Diego, right? And he worked in IT, which means he's more than just worked. He was the director. So he was in charge of a lot of decisions as far as purchasing. So what would happen is companies would want to schmooze my brother. Salespeople would call him because all they want to do is get my brother's attention to sell him technology, right? So they would offer him tickets. And I lived in the Bay Area and Southwest, cheap flight, $79 each way. Every once in a while, Lee would say, you want to watch the Charger game? It's 50-yard line, 10th row. And I'm like, yeah, and I'd fly down. Sometimes we were in the Microsoft suite, like in the box suite. And all he had to do was say, all you can eat food. I'm on a plane and I'm there. So anyway, I got to sit at the 30-yard line, probably in like the 30th row for the Jets Chargers playoff game in 2004.
Nice.
And I almost got killed. I almost didn't walk out of that because even though I wasn't wearing a jersey, I couldn't keep obviously I'm going to cheer at the end. And there was some people who were sore losers who tried to come after me. And lucky there were enough Jet fans around. And the thing that people don't realize is when you're at a game, in a home game, and you're with your two friends, it's you and your two friends. If you happen to be an idiot that wants to start a fight with a Jet fan, you're not necessarily going to get a lot of other Charger fans who want to go to jail, right? But every Jet fan that's around there is ready to brawl if they see a Jet fan in trouble. So what happened is the guy comes up to me, and the next thing I know, 3 Jet fans come from 3 different directions and say, "What the fuck is going? What the fuck you want to go right now?" And one of these guys, he's all tatted up, just a badass, guy from New York, just came over and super aggressive, kind of like a Nick Shine type of guy, and just got in their face, and he goes, "You want to go? Let's go right now." And that kind of got me safely to the parking lot.
Nice. Give me a sec. I just found the number. Coach, see. Let me send this text message. I'm sorry, but
it's okay.
I don't want to text everybody too late. If I wait till the show's over, then.
What do you got going on in the chat right now? It's like a prison scene and Half Baked. I don't know what they're talking about. But...
I don't even know where that came from. Oh, you're doing it. All right. I forgot. Yes, you have control. I'm watching the thing move. I'm like, I'm not clicking anything. What's going on here? I missed that. Us clicking on different comments simultaneously.
I don't know what he said. He said squirrel mouth saved me, but I don't know. Weed the people. What's going on? Weed the people. 1 second. Is that really you? Let me get. Oh yeah, there you are. What's up, buddy? A lot of smoke in the room. Sorry.
Nice. So, give me. Let's get into some of your favorites. Give me your favorite moment as a Jet fan.
Wow. I mean, that game against San Diego was pretty awesome. There's a lot of frustration in that game too. There was a missed field goal. There was a stupid penalty by was it Mo Lewis or the other linebacker we had back then?
Marvin Jones.
So no, it wasn't Marvin Jones.
James Farrier.
Yeah, very bad penalty that almost lost us the game.
That wasn't Eric Barton, was it? Was that Eric Barton that had the penalty, or was that in the Raider game?
No, I think it was. I think that was the Raven game. Yeah. that was pretty high up there. You know, the Indianapolis game, you know, beating the Colts with Chad Pennington, you know, 41-0. That was a good time. Beating the Patriots in 2010. You know, in the playoffs after they crushed us in the regular season.
Mark coming in saying it was Eric Barton. I think Eric Barton had the late hit or something.
Oh, Barton? Okay. I believe him. I trust him. I just remember there was like an 8-year-old girl sitting behind me going, "Go Chargers!" Was annoying me the whole game. And at the end of the game, I was
that annoyed me. That was like nails on a chalkboard.
I know. At the end of the game, I was like, "No more Chargers!"
Oh.
We used to, for some reason, be able to beat the Colts and the Chargers back then. Like, even when they had better seasons, were better teams, we'd always manage to beat those two teams.
They're soft. They were labeled soft teams. Yeah. I think that's like the finesse. That's why the Patriots were able to beat the crap out of them in that era of football, that early 2000s. It just seemed that the finesse teams couldn't get through the more aggressive, more assertive teams, and we were built like that. The Patriots were built like that. You know, the Steelers were always built like that, always have been, probably always will be. But the Chargers and the Colts have always been viewed as those play indoors or play in nice weather and just never that beat you up physical style team. But favorite Jet player of all time?
Whew. Such
or who's popping into your head? Give me a couple. Like talk it out. Like it's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Talk out your answer, then give me your final answer.
It's always the 80s that pop into my head first. And I don't know.
I get more attached to the players as a kid, right?
Yeah, that's what I think it is, right?
Yeah.
So right away I thought of Gastineau, Klecko, you know, and then James Hasty always pops into my head because he made me laugh. I just loved Hasty because he was so funny. You know, I loved Wesley Walker. And then Wayne Corbett, you know, was probably the only player I probably as an adult, like when I became an adult as a fan, there's probably no player I love more than Wayne Corbett, you know, and because Wayne Corbett gave you that feeling that, and even though it wasn't true, people don't know this about him. He's actually a super great athlete. He's super freaking fast, but he didn't come off that way. Like, even though he really was super fast, people don't know that. Some people don't know that, but we kind of imagined Wayne Corbett. I think at least I did in my head as that he wasn't special at all. That it was all heart. That it was all done with his heart. That he was just a guy like me that just gave every bit of heart he had. He was just and even though he just turned out that he was a super fast runner, and he was a naturally great athlete, it doesn't change the fact that I don't know of it's hard to think of a player that played as hard as he did and with as much heart as he did. And if everybody played the way he and approached the game the way Wayne Corbett approached the game, there are players that would have been so much better, even ones that were stars. They would have been so much more. Guys who weren't Hall of Famers that could have been Hall of Famers if they would have played the game the way Wayne Corbett played the game. He just gave everything he had, and on every play.
If you give me a team of Wayne Corbett's, I'm never going to lose. I was just talking to my kids about that today at football. I was like, I don't care if someone's bigger. I don't care if someone's faster. You give me a kid with a bigger heart, and I guarantee you we wear that better athlete down by the end of the game, and he don't want to deal with you anymore. The kid who doesn't quit is the kid who can come out on top in life, not just in football. The kid who's always willing to do whatever it takes to succeed will come out on top, and that's what it takes. Because I got a little bit of a rough blocking situation right now, so I'm trying to build up their confidence, and I tell them it's effort. All you got to do is effort. You break the huddle, you run up to the line, you set that intimidation factor. If you're walking up to the line of scrimmage with your head down, man, I'm a defender. This is going to be fun. I'm going to throw this dude to the side. So you give me a Wayne Corbett, someone that you know you're going to get 100% effort, because there's nothing more than 100%. Anyone says 110 sucks at math and is a moron. There's nothing greater than 100%. If you get to 100%, guess what? That's the new 100. Sorry. That's one of my biggest pet peeves in sports.
You get to 110, then 100, then
that's the new max. 100 is the max.
You actually just found out that your 100 was better than you thought.
You raise your level of 100%. That's it. It's never 101. It's never 102. It's never 130%. It's the new 100.
Yeah, tell that to all the teachers in schools that would do that.
That, real quick segue. Wait, let me pop one of these up. I know it's not Sunday, but this calls for it. Rant time. I know there's got to be a slogan that everyone in the world hates to hear. Mine, at the end of the day. 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 All right, what the fuck? Why not in the middle of the day? The game was played at 1:00. We knew what happened by 4:15. Why is it at the end of the day? That's what, you know how Connor Hughes hates iron sharpens iron?
Yeah.
My skin crawls when I hear at the end of the day. And now that I told that to the chat, I'm probably going to instantly regret it because it's going to be the most popular phrase in the chat for the rest of the night. But that's one that gets me. So instead of you all typing that, why don't you give me your phrase in the chat? Because I know it's coming. That's what she said. Thank you. This rant time is sponsored by Anger Management.
That's funny.
Yeah, but you give me Wayne Krabets, that's fantastic.
Yeah, he was a hard guy not to love, and right now,
he was an everyday guy. That's what made him so great. He wasn't the 6'6" chiseled athlete who can run a 4.4. He wasn't a Randy Moss. He wasn't Jerry Rice. He wasn't even Steve Largent, but he was ours. Yeah. And we loved him. He was the local guy. And Wayne Krabet is a blessing and a curse at the same time, Jeremy. And I'll tell you why. We expect every local guy, Jeremy Ruckert, to all of a sudden become a Wayne Krabet. We expect every undrafted free agent to become the next Wayne Krabet. Wayne Krabet set the bar so high that it's almost impossible for the next guy to attain that level. And it's unfair to those players because sometimes you're just a schlub. Not everyone's going to be the next Wayne Krabet. Not everyone's going to be the next Aaron Judge. You got to realize that in sports. Yeah, I did. He's right. I did fuck up. Yep. Here we go. Murdoch says I never put his jokes up on, and he just nailed 2 in a row perfectly. So, Murdoch, you can go underwater in the hot tub now. You don't have to type anymore.
At the end of the day.
So, favorite coach of all time?
Parcells.
Yeah? Yeah. Thoughts on Rex as a head coach? We're old, right?
I mean, look, I liked him because there were things that I would have changed, but there were parts that I would have liked to change, but I wouldn't, because if I did, then he wouldn't be who he is. Like, sometimes you have to take the whole package. You can't make those little changes. I don't like talkers. Like, I wanted him to keep his mouth shut. I didn't like the extra bragging or the guarantees of winning and all that stuff. But at the same time, he wouldn't be Rex Ryan if he didn't do that. So there's I couldn't change it. But I love Rex Ryan. I mean, when we got him, I believed we were going to win when we got him. Maybe not the Super Bowl, but I knew we were going to turn things around and we were going to be a winning playoff team, and we were. And he couldn't sustain it because he wasn't good at recruitment. So, he did it with somebody else's team, and then eventually those players faded away and he couldn't replace them. But I love Rex Ryan. I was very upset when he went to Buffalo, though. I was very angry. Very pissed off. But Parcells is my favorite coach of all time. There's just no question about it. For his work with the Giants and with the Jets. Like, to me, he's the coach. Like, when I think of a coach, it's Parcells.
I'll tell you how much I loved Rex. I remember being out with Alona on the last day of the season. And for some of you, you might remember this. The season was over. It was the last game of the season. I believe we were in Miami. And when the game was over, the season was over. We didn't make the playoffs. And I remember Woody Johnson coming into the locker room and telling Rex, "You'll be back next year." And the locker room erupted. I remember hearing that live on the radio. And I started like banging in the middle of the seat. Like we were waiting to go into ShopRite. And I'm like, I ain't fucking going nowhere yet. And she's like, look at you. You're crying like a fucking bitch. Like she's cursing me out because I was so excited that Rex was staying for another year.
Yeah.
But I
do want to say, you know, I didn't really, since Wayne Corbett, have favorite players. Like I liked the Jets. I was just passionate a Jet fan, but I wasn't like, I didn't love anyone really. You know what I mean? Like over the years, like it was just like we would get these running backs like Forte, you know, like Sanchez was like a young quarterback that we put in there, but we were mostly defense. I wasn't like so crazy about any particular player, but that's changed now with this team. Like this current team, I freaking love Sauce Gardner. I love Garrett Wilson. I love Breece Hall. Like I love these players. Like, and it's been years since I felt that way. But there are Jets right now. There are so many Jets on this team that I absolutely love, and I'm huge fans of, and that makes it even more fun to root for them. You know, like to really love these guys, to really like his people. Like Sauce Gardner is just such a great kid. He's so funny. He's got such a great personality. You know, and Garrett Wilson. How could you not like him? You know, Garrett Wilson.
Frankie's got a great point.
So awesome.
Social media, YouTube makes us love these guys more. Because now instead of just reading their words in the Daily News or in New Jersey, the Star Ledger or the Home News Tribune on during the week, you're seeing the videos, you're seeing the interaction, you're seeing the personalities, you get a closer and a bigger bond with the players because it's not just what you see on the field anymore. You know, you have that personal connection with a lot of them, and it helps grow the sport, right? These kids, as annoying as it is to hear the kids, none of them that I mushed out of the way, Carly and Tom and the rest of you, I know what you're going to say to get Breece Hall's signature, screaming of the players' names, Breece, Garrett. Listen, man, these guys know what they're doing. Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson are year 3 players, and they are the last 2 out there signing autographs. They are hooking the next generation. They are on the verge of both becoming superstars, and they're the last 2 out there. The new generation of Jets gets it. I don't know if it's the PR team, but I believe we've done such a good job of drafting high character human beings that they actually care. And like, it's not fake. And listen, it might be a little bit of business acumen to it, right? Like, hey, the more kids I get to like me, the more they'll buy my jersey, the more my, merchandise checks are going to be. But I don't know. I think that seeing it in person, I thought it was pretty cool that they're not rookies, but they were the last 2 out there, Breece and Garrett, the day that we were there. You kind of stole my next question, though, to be honest with you, because my next question was going to be, with this roster that we have, that Joe Douglas has put together, give me your top 5 favorite players right now, because we're deep enough to have a top 5.
It's I feel bad because I'm going to leave people out. I mean, that's how much I love the players on this team. But, Breece Hall, I mean, I loved him out of college. Loved him, like just as a player. Just like I said, this guy, to me, it was so obvious. I can't believe he lasted to the second round because it was so obvious. I mean, when you have a guy that could score 28 games in a row, I mean, what do you need? What evidence do you need? But I'm just to watch the way he ran. But he actually reminded me a lot of Marshall Faulk in college when I watched tape, the film of them, the way the way they ran and pounded the ground. Just like it looked like they were pounding. It looked like the world was going to shake when their feet would hit the ground with each stride, But Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner. Now it gets tricky because I love these guys, but man, I really love Tippmann. I love Joe Tippmann. I love Jeremy Ruckert. And maybe it's the hometown thing, that I got hooked on that whole thing. But I
hey man,
think
it's
really
the
good.
guys you like. There's no right or wrong answer to it.
I mean, those are the guys that I root really hard for, and I root for them
Yeah.
all. I want every Jet to do well, but these are the guys that I really, love seeing. But I mean, I have to mention, I love Tippmann, I love AVT, I love Jermaine Johnson. JJ at 26 is one of my famous lines, right? We got JJ at 26, like so. And Quinnen, I mean, how do you not love Quinnen and his brother? I mean, there's just so many of these guys that are so lovable. And then CJ Mosley is. You just have to love him as a leader, right? I mean, he's kind of like the defensive quarterback. He's like the A-Rod of the defense. And it's just I just can't stop appreciating these guys. Reed, I could just go on because they're all, they're all awesome.
I might change the order a little bit, but Hawk nailed my 5. Jermaine, because Nick met him when he was a rookie, and he signed the headband and gave it to him, and he signed his baseball hat too, and then he signed the jersey for him last year, as you know, on the Christmas Eve game. So Jermaine is number 1 for us. Garrett, Brees, Sauce, and Quincy, like that. I mean, you got to add Quinnen. I put the Williams brothers as 1. How about that? How about that? If you're in the same family, you get Williams. Williams is on the list.
The Williams brothers.
Q Williams. Just put Q Williams, and it's yes, Q Williams. It works. I can't leave Quinnen out. I mean, there's so many, right? Like we've all talked about it. Like you want to play a stomach turning game, go look at the 2020 roster, and look at where we are now.
I know I'm not at the practices. I know I'm not a professional coach. The reason I said Jeremy Ruckert is, and I still get annoyed at when people downplay him and say he's overrated. People just like him from East Long Island. I honestly believe, and I mean, and I know I'm not qualified to say it. I'm not at the practices, but what I see on the field, what I've seen watching him when he's in the game, I think he's the most underutilized, unappreciated Jet. And I don't know why when Ozama, whatever, was playing more than him, it was driving me crazy. Because they had that horrible player getting reps while Jeremy Ruckert's on the sideline. And it pissed me off because if you watch the film, he always makes his blocks.
Yeah.
And he doesn't drop passes. Like when he would give him the opportunity to catch passes, he made great catches. He'd go up and get the ball, hands catcher. Like he did everything right. It's like, when are we going to use this guy? It's year 3. We better see this kid get utilized on this team. Because I honestly believe he's the most underutilized Jet on the team. And I could be totally wrong because I don't see the practices. And Salah, if he was here, might say, "Here, Jeremy, here's the 20 reasons why Jeremy Ruckert is not as good as you think he is, and why he doesn't get as many reps as you want him to get."
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. I know we're like an hour in. How long do I have you for?
I think I'm good for now. I don't hear any rumblings from downstairs.
7:03 your time.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that.
You good? You got a little more to hang?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Last question.
Yeah.
If you can change any moment, personnel decision in Jets history, what would it be?
Oh, people are going to hate me for saying this.
I hate you already.
People are going to hate me for saying this. But
Mo Dean is already typing it. I had to say it.
I'm sorry, but to me, the biggest mistake we ever made in history, and I'm not the only one because there were tons of Jet fans in that New York Sports Club that day chanting the name, and they were chanting it, and the Jet fans knew. They were chanting, Danny, Danny, and then they come up to that podium and they say, at a UC Davis, Ken O'Brien. And I'm not saying Ken O'Brien was a bad player, but they should have taken Dan Marino. And every single Jet fan that was in that club was chanting his name. Everybody knew. Everybody knew at the time. That was before we hated him. That's before he was a Dolphin. And people, if you go back and you watch that draft, listen to what you hear in the background when the Jets are coming up to the podium. We all knew, but the general manager of the New York Jets didn't know. And that's the moment I would change. And I don't know if it would get us a Super Bowl or not, but Dan Marino, Hall of Fame quarterback, certainly would have been the best quarterback we've ever had in our history.
All right, I'm going to give you a pushback on that. What did he ever win?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't care.
I get it, but you got to remember, if we took him, right, like Ken O'Brien had a winning record against Dan Marino, we wouldn't have been able to protect him. We were very similar, Ken O'Brien and Dan Marino. The shootouts, right? They both could throw the ball downfield. I thought they were both great releases. We couldn't keep Ken O'Brien safe. We couldn't keep Ken O'Brien upright. Marino would have probably had a shortened career, just like Ken O'Brien, with how bad our offensive line was, right? You gotta put the whole package together.
There is that possibility. I'm not going to deny that, but they the Miami Dolphins, I'm not going to blame Marino. He doesn't have any Super Bowls because the Miami Dolphins just played that completely wrong. They never gave him the defense, and they never gave him the running game. They just they just try to be like the Chargers with Dan Fouts. They just try to like pass every play, and they didn't have balance, and it wasn't done intelligently. It just wasn't. But I know he's pushed out of the top quarterback conversation because of the no Super Bowls. But I watched him play against us. I watched him play, and Dan Marino is one of the greatest quarterbacks I've ever seen play the game. Like the release, the accuracy, the ability to make every kind of throw on the football field. He just simply, was the best. One of the best I've ever seen do it. And we could have had him as a Jet, and I don't know what would have happened. I don't know if it would have won us the Super Bowl or not. But to me, it's just like the thing that sticks out as the decision that I would do differently. I haven't even thought about other decisions, to be honest. I mean, I'm sure if I think about it, there's other mistakes we made. Vernon Golston. I mean, there's so many picks that we could go back and change. So many things we could go back and do.
No player in that draft would have changed the entire course, right? Like my moment. My moment is Mo Lewis hitting Drew Bledsoe or trading Belichick away. Like, when you give the dynasty their coach and quarterback, that's the moment. Hey, shout out to Jake. Jake, thanks for popping in, brother. Welcome. Nice to see you here.
You don't have no idea what his comment means.
I saw the name pop up.
Broad Street Bagel, Jake. You're not a Jew until you go to Broad Street, wait on the line, and get your bagel there.
It always gets back to food. Do you need Jake? Are you eating vicariously through Jake now that you're eating well?
I just want, it's right by his place. He walks by it all the time. I just want him to try it because it's like it's one of the few bagel places in Manhattan that remind me of growing up in Brooklyn. Like it's like, and I got to admit, I didn't find it. My wife did. Jocelyn, I was sick, and Jocelyn brought it back to the apartment and said, "Try these bagels," and I was like, "Oh my god,
nice."
Yeah, only Jet fans are younger people who never watched Marino play. Will call him underrated. If you watched his career and watched him play, you would never say he was overrated. You just have to watch.
Thank you for the super chat, Jake. Parcells not telling Peyton Manning that he would take him number one. Very good job too, Jake, with putting PM to keep it as a $2 super chat instead of having to move up to $5 if you typed out Peyton Manning. Well, that's a veteran YouTube move right there. Very well done, Jake. I always try to figure out how to hieroglyphic my messages to keep the super chat down. Very well done. That's an art right there.
That's definitely one to change. I wasn't as aware of that moment. It wasn't in my head, but yeah, that's one to change.
Yeah. Basically, Marino, Manning, not creating Brady. It's all quarterback hell for us, right? Like it's all quarterback hell.
Yeah.
I do. I'm on to you. I'm keeping my eye on you, pal. So let me ask you about the roster now. Thank you for coming on, by the way. Thank you for being the first interview that I do here on First Class Flights with Nick Shine. Let's talk about the roster cutdowns. I think it's my first time being on air since it happened. I had a fantasy draft last night. I wasn't able to get on air yesterday. But I think the excitement and the energy and the desire to be great that these young undrafted free agents bring. Like we were just talking about with Wayne Corbett, right? We always want the next no name. We want that homegrown. We want that. We want the pat on the back that we found this guy when none of the other teams did. We got 3 of them, dude. Let's throw this out there with the question. What if 2 of them, 2 out of the 3, which would be amazing, right? Even if 1 hits, it's a deal. It's
well, if one of them hits and McDonald is as good as I think he's going to be,
yeah,
and McDonald hits, we already know JJ hits. That's already 3 guys that hit. You know, like, so you're already like, holy shit. You know?
Yeah. If Leonard Taylor can get into the backfield against the starters 70% of the time that he's doing against backups, you're looking at a very outstanding defensive tackle. Now, you put that penetration alongside Quinnen Williams on pass rushing downs with a Will, with a JJ. Holy shit. You know, I didn't even mention everyone else yet. Like I'm at the point now where I don't even want to talk about Hassan. I'm not factoring Hassan in at all with these plans, and I think we can lead the league in sacks.
What I would like to know about Leonard Taylor, and by the way, I'm not a believer in discounting players because they played against backups. That's stupid because everyone in all the preseason games are playing against backups. If you're the ones that shine, pardon the pun, then you should be excited about that. But I would want to see Leonard Taylor, and maybe in the practice people have seen it. I would love to know if they ever line him up against our offensive line, and how he looks, you know, in that situation going against, you know, a really excellent offensive line, excellent players. But at the same time, it drives me crazy when people say, well, it was against backups. And you know what? I looked at every football game. We had 8 sacks that week of preseason, week 3. Only one team had 4 sacks. That was the closest to us. That was Denver. They had 4 sacks. After that, most teams had 1 or 2. There were teams with 0 sacks. We had 8 sacks. So I don't care if it was against backups, because how come no other team in the NFL had guys on their defensive line against backups getting sacks? So I understand they still have to be able to do it against the ones, but don't tell us not to be excited as a fan base about them, because no, I'm saying to the doubters.
Oh, okay.
Because these are the guys, McKinley, McGregor, Leonard Taylor, even Watts. These are the guys that performed against the backups when no one else around the league stood out on the defensive line.
Yeah,
not like them. So
it's very impressive. It's
right. So
very, very impressive.
Obviously, we have to see it in a game against the ones, against starters, obviously. But that's not their fault, right? I mean, so far, they've done what's asked of them, and they've dominated. And to me, they were the stars. We had 2 or 3 of the best defensive linemen in the preseason in all of football. When you look at, take away all the starters on every team, we had the guys.
So they won the best defensive line award on one drive in 3 plays against the Giants. Like, even I'm sitting there and I'm like, they break the huddle. I'm like, they got to run a draw play. There's a Giant fan sitting next to, like, 2 seats away. I'm like, they can't pass it again, right? He goes, I don't think they can. And then when he dropped back, we both went, oh, shit. He went, oh, shit. I went, oh, shit. There's 2 different oh, shits, right? There's 2 different energy levels with it. What if? Let's talk about what if. What if they can contribute? What if they can penetrate the gap up the middle? Pause. No Diddy. What if they can break the edge? What if they can get around the tackle against the starters? What if they are long-term pieces to the puzzle here on the cheapest possible contracts for the next 4 years? What if? We're always looking for the next guy. What if we just found 3 to go along with JJ, to go along with Will, to go along with Quinnen? What if we have 6 of our defensive linemen locked in for a long time, not just this year, and they're only going to get better?
It would be absolutely crazy, and it's possible, right? I mean, like we'll all be realistic and say, yes, we have to see them against starters and number one players, but at the same time, though these guys have the best. These guys stood out more than any other defensive lineman in all of the NFL. Out of all the number 2s, 3s, 4s, and backup, the ones that stood out. So it's really exciting because, I mean, even if you would have put star players or starter defensive linemen against these backups, I don't know that they would have dominated the way these guys would have, or any more, or any less. Right. So I don't know. We have to see. They were so dominant. And one of them was Neil Smith. I think it was Tack McKinley or McGregor. I'm not sure which one. Literally took Neil Smith and threw him like a rag doll. Mm-hmm. I mean, and I know Neil Smith has been a disappointment for the Giants, but come on, if you watch him at Alabama, it's not easy to take Neil Smith and throw him aside like a rag doll.
I'll take it.
Like, and it wasn't based on speed, because that's what Neil, that's where he was struggling. That's where he's been. I'm saying Neil Smith. It's something Evan Neal, but
Evan Neal.
That's where he's been struggling is speed. People getting around him, right, and being able to get out. But that's not what happened. We went through him. So I hear everything you're saying. I'm super excited. I want to throw one more piece in that puzzle about this roster I'm really excited about, that is being, because of all the excitement of Leonard Taylor, that a lot of us are forgetting, is that Kinlaw has had an amazing camp. This guy is a guy who's been nagged with injuries his whole career, and it's slowed him down. But if you look in the beginning when he wasn't hurt, he actually flashed, and now he's finally healthy and he's flashing. Kinlaw might have a near Pro Bowl type year. Like, we might have a much better player than we know that we have.
This is why I didn't stress losing Jefferson, right? We lost Jefferson and Jets fans were losing their mind. The year before that, we lost Rankins and Jets fans were losing their mind. If there's any group with this team where you just shut up and let them make their decisions, it's the D-line.
Yeah.
I think they found the ability to coach, bring in, and elevate defensive line. So I'm never going to critique White Cotton, Ulbrich, and Salah when it comes to the defensive line. And real quick, Carly with a comment says, "You guys would never find me attractive ever again if you saw me with full body hives." Carly, you need to lower your opinion of the chat, and if you saw the things that they find attractive, don't worry. You could be hives, you could have pus pockets on your face, and your inbox would still be glowing up. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. So I think I think with or without Hassan Reddick, with Hassan Reddick, no question. With Hassan Reddick, we're not only the best defensive. Reference. With Hassan Reddick, we're not only the best defensive line in the NFL.
What a reference!
We might be the best and the defensive line in 25 years. Without Hassan Reddick, I still think some people say, we dropped to 6, 7. I don't know. If Leonard Taylor and Kinlaw have the year that we think they can have, and if either Tack or McGregor produce, and if Will McDonald takes a sophomore jump the way JJ did, we still might be a top 3 defensive line in the NFL, maybe number 1 still. I don't know. I mean, it's not just about one player. We have so much talent along the defensive line, and with Salah's scheme and with this coaching staff and what they've done defensively, and with the secondary, with cornerbacks who can cover receivers to give them time to get to the quarterback, I say we're going to be the number 1 defense in the NFL this year.
I think so. And here's why. Time of possession on offense is going up. Time on the field for defense is going down. Having an offense and a quarterback who can score points and allow them to play with a lead. I've said this to you many times. You want to see what this defense can do in big moments when the game's on the line? Go look last year at Philly. Go look last year at Denver. We needed the defense to close out the game, and guess what? They turned into Mariano Rivera, and they closed out the game. So they're built to stop a team that's passing the ball. We're built to beat the Chiefs. We're built to beat the Bengals. We're built to beat the Bills. We're built to beat those teams that want to throw. And if we can offensively put the defense in a position to open up the playbook, like the blitz by Quincy Williams at the end of the Denver game. We didn't do that a lot. You know why? The offense didn't put us in a position to get to page 4 of the defensive playbook, right? We couldn't take the chance of leaving somebody open and not getting to the quarterback, because if we give up a long play, all right, the game's over because we can't rely on the offense to go downfield. That's done. We have maybe the most reliable quarterback ever, driving this offense down the field and putting points on the board. And envision this, if you will: 20-6, midway through the third quarter, other team has to start throwing all the time. The sacks will come, the interceptions will come, the pick sixes will come, and it will go to, all right, maybe they played it safe a little bit early on, and then once we get up 13-3. Let's have some fucking fun. Let's call some shit that we don't even have on film because we haven't played with a 10-point lead, a 17-point lead.
I'll tell you,
very creative.
I'll tell you, if we stay healthy, the way I envision beating Kansas City, like if someone said, "How are you going to beat Kansas City this year?" And the way I envision it, the key thing of all the things, I mean, obviously, when you're on 3rd and 6 and you have Aaron Rodgers instead of Zach Wilson, it's going to make a difference. But the key thing, if I said the number one way we're going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, it's kind of the way they beat us last year on that final drive, is we're going to keep Patrick Mahomes off the field.
Yeah.
That's how we're going to beat him.
Yeah. And
we're going to beat him because we're going to physically, pound the ball and work our way down the field, eat up the clock, and we're going to keep that guy off the field.
And my buddy Chris, who came on last week for the fantasy previews, lifelong Packer fan, the whole family is, and he says that Aaron Rodgers gets to the line of scrimmage and kind of does what Peyton Manning used to do. Remember when Peyton Manning did like the no huddle, but didn't snap the ball right away and made all the checks? Rodgers will milk the play clock, so don't expect the Jets like snapping the ball like 12, 15 seconds left on the play clock a lot. He will milk it down. So fantasy-wise, he was saying that he's worried about the volume that Garrett and Brees will get because he will milk the clock down. But you know what's happening? While on 6 plays, 10 seconds each play extra going down to the final, second or two, that's another minute our defense is on the bench, not out on the field, right?
Yeah.
Resting this group, giving them a lead, allowing them to tee off. Listen, We did a show together when we traded for Hassan Reddick. I was excited about it. I always say you can never have enough guys that can hit the quarterback. My dream scenario is that we go out there in the opener and get 7 sacks, and Will McDonald has 2.5, and one of the new guys, the undrafted guys, gets another one, and JJ has it, and Quinnen has it, and we drop 7 sacks, and Joe Douglas on national television just does one of these. Takes the phone, just snaps it right in half. You don't need your phone anymore, Joe.
Well, if Trent Williams doesn't play for the Niners, because everybody's talking about McCaffrey's been banged up, is Ayuk going to play? The thing to look at is Trent Williams. If he's not on that field, they got problems. They got real problems if Trent Williams is not on that field with our defensive line.
Agree. I said this weeks ago. I would absolutely 100% sign up for Trent Williams and Hassan Reddick, both sitting out week 1.
Yeah,
you take Trent Williams away, take Reddick. Take them. Sit there together, arm in arm, watching the game. I don't care.
I'll take that.
I will gladly take a San Francisco line without Trent Williams because it will get fucking ugly fucking quick.
Especially, Brock Purdy will be running for his life the entire game.
To quote Dre, he's going to die. Shout out to Jake with that great clip from his outing in Long Island.
I got to say hello to Roger F., dude. Every time I see him, I'm relieved. Roger, I hope you're home. I know he's always I know he's been very sick. And
hey, I got to use the bathroom. You go ahead for a minute. I got to throw clothes in the dryer. Go. Yeah. All you. Old times.
Yeah. So, Roger, I hope you're okay, man. I see you out there. And every time I see you, I'm happy to see that you're out there. I hope Chloe's doing well. But it's good to see you, brother. And I see. I don't know if all of a sudden FM is all over the place commenting on a million different things, and now he's saying it's the new comic about the X-Men in Vietnam, 1969. I didn't know there was a comic like that, but I can't see the chats. I just highlight them because I'm freaking blind. I'm getting cataract surgery sometime in October, November, so I cannot see. But so everyone knows Trent Williams is the best LT in football, more or less. Yeah. So that's why I take that trade. Because I don't want to be like one of these guys. Oh, Hassan Reddick's not that good, but he's not that good. No. What I'm saying about Hassan Reddick is, and obviously if he comes in when he comes in, hopefully he will. I'm going to root for him because he's wearing our uniform. I'm going to be rooting hard for him, even though he's a 1-year rental. There's no way he's staying. I'm going to root really hard for him, but he's not one of these top guys. He really isn't. Like, there's no question. Trent Williams is a more valuable, better football player than Hassan Reddick. And we take that trade any time of the week. We take that trade off. No question about it. He's just not. Like, he's not Nick Bosa. He's not Watts. He's not one of these guys. He's not. And you know what? Maybe in 22, you can make more of an argument. 14 sacks, five forced fumbles. Great. But if you look at him in 23, 0 forced fumbles, 11 sacks. Still good. Still 4 years of double digit. Still really good. Still really excited we got him. He could play every down because he could play against the run and steal the edge. All that stuff. He's a good football player. But he's not a $30 million football player. He's not. And that's what people have to understand. When people say, well, why don't we pay him? Why don't we do this? It's because he wants $30 million, and he's not a $30 million player. He just isn't. He just isn't. He's not a $30 million player. It's just that simple. He thinks he's worth more than he's worth. He's a $23 million player. That's what he is. And I don't know if Joe Douglas is offering him $23 million or not, because we do have him under a year contract. Or I don't know if Joe Douglas was just simply waiting for him to come in and show that he's more than a freaking missionary, more than just a guy who jumps teams because he's played for 4 different teams. Maybe he comes into camp and shows that he could be a Jet, that he could be a leader, that he could help the younger players, that he could be a guy that we want to stick around before we offer him a 3-year contract, $40 million guaranteed, $23 million a year. Like, maybe that's what Joe Douglas is up to. But he's not a $30 million player a year. And if that's what they're asking for, they're not going to get it. Because if there's one thing that Joe Douglas has shown in the past 4 to 5 years, is that he is a value GM. He's not stupid. And he doesn't get emotional. He's not going to overpay. He's not going to pay. If you're going to pay $30 million for a player, it's going to be a freaking Garrett Wilson who has a breakout year, 1,500 yards. It's going to be Jermaine Johnson has 15, 16 sacks. It's going to be Sauce Gardner, who's the number 1 cornerback in the NFL. That's who's getting $30 million plus. Those are the guys. Maybe in 5 or 6 years from now, a defensive lineman like Hassan Reddick will get and make $30 million, but he's not going to make $30 million now. He's simply not that guy. Also, when you're under a contract, in the 3rd year of a contract that's team friendly, you don't get to demand, unless you're 1 or 2 in your position in the NFL, you don't get to demand $30 million. You don't get to demand more than you are when there is the discount of you're letting me out of a bad contract. That still exists. There's still got to be some trade-off for that. This guy wants a contract that says, not only that says that he's better than he is, but he wants one that says he doesn't have a contract right now. And that's just not true. He has a contract right now. So his holdout, and I think Frankie said it in the chat, is pointless and it's stupid. And it doesn't make any sense. So I just ruined my video for tomorrow because I do a whole Hassan Reddick video. It's actually different, though. The content of the video is different. It's not me ranting about him not being good enough to justify the money. It's more about the stupidity of how much money he's throwing away and how he's picked the wrong GM. And shame on his agent for not telling him, because it doesn't take a lot of research to say this is not the general manager that's going to overpay you. Like, it's just not the guy. Because if you look, Joe Douglas, who is he paid? Quinnen Williams. And even Quinton Williams, he didn't pay $30 million. What did he pay? 26? But he saved it for the right guy. And guess what? Hassan Reddick is not Quinton Williams. He is not. He is very good, but he's not in the upper tier. He's not in the upper tier. He just is not. He actually, when you look at a guy who's 29, turning 30, when he has a year of less production, his 23 was lower than his 22. Now you get concerns because there are plenty of players 29, 30 years old that are never the same. They go down. So we don't even know that he's going to be the same guy because his production from 22 to 23 went down. So that's my take on Hassan Reddick. Welcome back, Nick.
Good take. Thank you. Here's my prediction. This is where I'm at now. This is my new prediction. Jets going to San Francisco. Jets dominate, say 27-13. Defensive line, ferocious the entire game. Reddick's at the building waiting when they land at like 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, whatever time they'd get back here, right? He's just there waiting. Joe, okay, I'm ready now. All right, I want to be a part of this. And Joe's like, we're good. We're not negotiating. You're playing under that contract. That's it. Close, Tom. Close. Wednesday is my Ozempic day. It's a very, very tough day for my stomach. It's a very, very tough day. So thank you for your concern. I'm okay. And thank you. I lost 10 pounds. I didn't have to shave the beard to look thinner. That's the key, Jeremy. Grow a beard during your weight loss journey and then shave the beard one day. And then everyone's going to be like, holy shit, look how much thinner you look. That's the key. That's the key.
So very few people are noticing already. For me, I've lost about 20 pounds, but it's a lot of, it's a lot of that kind of the initial 20 pounds when you need to lose 90 is like freaking just water weight and shit like that. So it's not as noticeable yet, but I think the next 15 pounds that I lose, like in about a month and a half from now or whatever, that's when people are going to be noticing it, like significantly noticing it.
Oh man.
But I got so much to lose. It's ridiculous. I crazy how big I got.
Oh, you guys in the comments are great. It is expensive if you don't have the insurance that I got, Jake. Hawk saying it's poison. Swamp Ranger coming in.
What are we talking about? What's poison?
Ozempic. The guy who used to work for Big Pharma.
He's saying it's poison? Why is it bad?
But let's be real. Everything is poison. You eat Oreos, they're poison. Everything's poison.
Well, anything you shoot into yourself that makes you not feel hungry, it's got to be some form of poison.
Yeah. It's basically crack without the crack side effects.
Well, I can't get it anyway. My insurance company won't approve it. That's so much for great American insurance.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I take insulin though. I shoot that into me. That's not. Oh, you said it doesn't make you hungry. All right. Weed the people. Ozempic is expensive. Have you tried taking Lizzo? Fucking love him.
You know what though? It's not expensive if you if you have a friend going to Mexico. In Mexico, you could walk into a pharmacy and buy a year's supply of Ozempic for like $300.
Why would we wish that on Charles? Jake, I'm usually on board, man, but Charles does not deserve Lizzo. Lizzo does not deserve Charles. Charles is too good.
So we talked about the defensive line. What do you think about? I mean, we know about the secondary, right?
Oh, I saw Brownlee's gone today.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I called that one. I was not publicly, but I'm in a private chat with Green Bean, Tigo, Dom C, Ryan, all those guys, and from Talking Jets. And I said, it's not Irv Charles. He's staying. It's going to be Brownlee, and they didn't believe me. And we don't need Irv Charles. We got Eccles. We got this guy. We got this one. And I said, watch episode 3 of One Jets Drive. The first 10 minutes of that show is about how much they value special teams. And sure enough, about an hour later, we read that Brownlee got cut. Irv Charles is perfectly safe.
Nice. Oh, you made an enemy tonight in the chat.
Thanks for the invite. What does that mean?
The group message. It's Talking Jets, guys, but you were naming all the names, and he's just saying thanks for the invite, meaning he's not in that group chat.
No, that chat
Jake, you're not big enough yet to be in a group chat with Jeremy, so keep working. Maybe one day grow your channel. Your channel will be big enough.
No. That group chat is specifically for business of Talking Jets because it's specifically for the Talking Jets channel.
Like, he says, I talk Jets.
Talk about shows.
I talk Jets too, bro. What the hell's going on? You know what, Jake? We'll start our own group of also Talking Jets, we'll call it. All right? That's the new thing we're on tonight.
You know, I've never been invited to that roundtable thing, so I don't get
Well, Jake, we'll start our own group text, and it will be called "Also Talking Jets," and we will go against them. We will go head to head.
It's for business. We talk business. You know, I have a show with Matt O'Leary on that channel. It's for business.
Oh. Excuse me as I drop another name.
Please, excuse me as I just happened to mention that I have a show called Reality Check.
You can see us on Talking Jets Thursdays at 3, buddy. Okay.
You know what? I'll say what Howard Stern says. The fact that I have a show on Talking Jets with Matt O'Leary at 3:00 p.m. on Thursdays, I just want to say, never has someone with so little accomplished so much.
I just want to say, I do have 2 kids. Jake, I'm changing the name. I'm brainstorming right now. We're talking Jets better than the guys talking Jets. That's the name of the group. We're talking Jets better than the other guys talking Jets. That's what we're.
No, that's a reference to my lack of talent, and yet somehow weaseling my way onto shows with like Green Bean and you right now, Jeremy. I want you to
look out! More names are dropping. Oh,
Jeremy, I want you to be the first guy I interview. It's like, okay.
Nice. We're Jake. We'll put together names that we're gonna have to start dropping. All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Gators here says Jake's views are decreasing because the subscribers keep starting their own shows.
It is a little ridiculous, by the way.
Wait, that's not. Oh, is that one of Green Bean? Is that a Green Bean account?
No, that's not Green Bean.
I think that's Green Bean.
That's
I see a white beard on the guy.
There's no way that's Green Bean. He doesn't put a space in between the green and the bean.
All right. I think it's him. He when I was pushing for 1,000 subscribers.
That was him?
He came in and subscribed with like 5 accounts. That looks like
him.
It's.
Hey, man. I'm Green Bean, man. Let me tell you something. If I was Green Bean, I'd be here and I'd be saying, hey, man, we need more tight ends, man. Getting Bates was a good start, but we need 8 tight ends on this team, man.
You have no words. Speechless.
I'm reading the chat. The chat's on fire right now. All right, he claims it's him. We will believe him.
I'll come correct. You know how I know. You know how I'll know if it's.
Wait, hold on one sec. Green Bean, make sure to like the stream under this account before you go into the other account, and then like that one as well. And for all of you watching, like the stream, share it.
All Green Bean got to do if he's listening is send me a text. I got my phone right here. All he's got to do is say,
"Oh, what in your Talking Jets group chat?"
No, a direct text.
You know what? Watch this. Hey, Jake, why don't you send me a text, Jake, that says you're watching? Here, I can name drop text too, buddy.
I also sometimes.
Here, you know what? I'm turning the sound on so you can hear Jake's text come in.
I also have. Oh, there he is. I also have conversations privately with Gunny and Dom C. Oh well, Dom C's already on the Talking Jets chat. But what other names could I drop?
All
I think I've used them all.
That's it. That's it. You're out.
I think I'm out of name dropping. I don't know. Oh, Y2K, Adam. Had lunch with him.
Oh, hold on a second. Oh, you bastard, Jake.
Had lunch with him a month ago, by the way.
Jake sends me Charles Gorman getting freaky deaky. That's the message I got.
Oh my God.
I guess we're not talking Jets. We're doing lizard tongue. Thank you, Jake, for ruining my night. And there's Charles right on cue. You got 5 minutes to hang out? Chat, you can make fun of me all you want. I have to leave the show for a moment.
Oh, you can leave again? All right.
I have to.
Okay.
It's called dieting.
Someone got the shits. So the next thing I'll rant about, this is not a rant. I talked about Hassan Reddick last time. Nick has got off topic. We're supposed to talk about the roster and what we're excited about. I'm excited about the running back room. Okay? Running back room. Never forget about the offensive line. Which, don't forget about the offensive line. The only reason I'm talking about the running backs is because we have an offensive line. Okay? If we didn't have an offensive line, to me, the running back room is irrelevant. Not irrelevant. I mean, Breece Hall did something last year, and he came on strong at the end, but he never was going to reach the potential. He was never going to be the guy that he needs to be running behind that pathetic excuse of an offensive line with all those injuries and all that bad luck. But if our offensive line stays healthy, you're going to see Breece Hall, who he really is. And who he really is he's going to be up there with names like Adrian Peterson, Marshall Falk. Like, that's Ed Gary and James. People just love to compare him to him. I don't care. The point is, Breece Hall with a real offensive line is going to be a top elite, top two, battling it out with McCaffrey running back in the NFL. And I want to say that if we didn't have Breece Hall, knock on wood, we do have him, but Braylon Allen, I don't think people are as excited about him as they need to be. Braylon Allen is a freaking truck, and he's fast. If you watch his film in college, I don't know how he was not taken sooner. I don't know how we got this guy. It makes no sense to me. I thought he'd be gone in the third round. I mean, you watch his film, he dominated college. I mean, he's just explosive, and he's so big. I'm telling you, with this offensive line, if Breece Hall wanted to take a week off, Braylon Allen goes for over 100 yards. Okay. Isaiah Davis, I think, is good, but I think there's still space. I think there's space between him and Braylon Allen. Like, I think Isaiah Davis is going to be good at coming in. He seems to be catching a lot of passes in camp. He's going to be a great middle of the third quarter, fourth quarter back. Pound the offensive, pound the defensive line, wear him down when we have a lead, take some snaps, take some of the damage or the beat up away from Breece Hall. Fine. But Braylon Allen is what's going to make us special. And it makes sense. It makes sense that that's what we're trying to build, that we're trying to build a deep team and we're trying to get every room deep. And Joe Douglas takes a running back every freaking draft. So now he took two. So it's like he might not. Well, Breece Hall, he actually traded up into the top, a few spots in the second round. The other guys he's taken, he used fourth round pick for Michael Carter. For these guys, he waited, but I think that's just smart value picking. I think he just realized these are like running back is a position that you could wait to the fifth round, sixth round, and get a lot of value. But every team in the NFL is going to regret Braylon Allen not going sooner. Like, every team is going to say, what the hell were we thinking? Makes no sense. Makes absolutely no sense. So on top of having what I think is going to be a top two premier running back, I think we have a starter like in Braylon Allen. I think we have a guy who would start on other teams if he was given the opportunity. And I think he's really good. And I think in a role where he's only getting 10 carries a game, I think you're going to see games where he goes for 65 yards in 10 carries. I think you're going to see a very high average per carry out of him. And it's going to be a lot of fun, especially watching him just close out games. It's can you imagine what it's going to be like for teams when we have a lead on them, and their offense can't score, and their defense is tired. They're on the field like crazy because we're getting sacks, and we're 1, 2, 3 and outing their offense. Those guys are tired. It's the middle of the third quarter. They're down by a couple of touchdowns, and then they're just getting punched in the face by this freaking truck. Is just running through them. Do you know how much fun that's going to be for us, Jet fans? It's going to be a great time. So we got that going. Now I have to cough, and Nick's not here, so I have to cough, and I don't want to cough again. Okay. So I'm looking at the chat. You guys don't even care what I'm saying. I could be sitting here doing jumping jacks. I could do a strip tease right now, and it wouldn't matter. You guys are just having your own conversation out there. It's crazy. But anyways, do you agree with what I'm saying about running backs? I mean, or do you think I'm crazy? Do you think I'm too high on Braylon Allen? I don't know. But I was this high on Breece Hall, and people called me crazy after we drafted him. Me and Sack exchange, Steve. We're going crazy about him, and everybody was saying, especially Modine, obviously guys like that, but not just him. Other people, oh, you're too high on this guy. He's just another running back, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, he might be good. We don't know, blah, blah, blah. He hasn't done anything. And look what happened to Breece Hall. And look who he is. I'm telling you, Braylon Allen is that guy. He's going to have that kind of reaction. You're going to see how special of a RB2 we have once the season goes. And you know what? I was saying it. We were saying it, a lot of us, not just me, but we were saying it right after the draft. And then sure enough, just by coincidence, when he played in the preseason, he was a freaking truck. He looked great. He was running through people. Cannot wait. The one guy I think is going to slip a little bit. I don't think he's going to produce a lot this year, and I think it's going to frustrate people is Malachi Corley. So we'll talk a little bit about that. I don't think we're going to see, if you're thinking that you're going to see a lot of Malachi Corley, I don't prepare yourself. I don't think we're going to see that much from him. And I think there's a good reason for it. And I think the good reason is you're going to see a really big jump for Xavier Gibson. I'm predicting that right now. Okay? For those of you who don't like Xavier Gibson, you're going to like him soon because I think he's going to actually have a really big jump. I think he's going to be used in a very interesting way. And I think you're going to see a lot of big plays and a lot of big yards after catch from Xavier Gibson. And I think we're going to use him in ways you don't expect us to. Because if you watch, the people who go to practices are telling me that he's lining up in a lot of different ways. You got a super chat from JK's. He's saying that I should give them give us a strip tease right now because I'm telling him that it doesn't seem like the chat was paying attention to anything I was saying and that I could basically strip and nobody would notice. So Jake is asking for it.
Never do it for less than $50 on super chats. I just want to make a statement. I have no idea. Dude, I have no idea.
Joke. Yeah.
I have no idea how Kenyans can run marathons. I am physically exhausted after what just happened to me.
Dude, somebody paid $5 for me to take my shirt off. Do you remember this? And Knobcraft paid $10 for me not to. He outbidded the guy.
Yeah, they got the $50 that night. 50 was, I said to you, you'd never take it off for less than 50. 50 was the number for you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jake, for the super chat.
Jake Asman, folks.
From the Jake Asman Show. Jake Asman Show.
You want to talk about name dropping? You got Green Bean in here. You got Jake Asman in here. Never showed up for my show.
Ooh. Ooh. Wow.
Wow. I'm just joking. Green Bean was on my show once. There I go again, name dropping.
Which Green Bean? Was it Green Space Bean or was it Green Bean the Jet fan?
It was definitely Green Bean Jet fan.
Okay.
That was the first time I've ever seen Green
that's a good
Space Bean.
That's a good name drop.
Green Space Bean is the way like Harlan says it in his chat. Like, hey, Green Bean. Picking on
Charles,
Harlan.
I don't know, man. After what you did on Bobby's show the other night, I don't know if I could trust you to come on air, brother. That the other night on Bobby's show was troubling. That
Who's
popped up in
I-
my dream the other night and haunted me.
Who's the one that likes to call in those? It's Bobby that likes to call in, right? I don't like typing.
Bobby, Bobby's co-hosting with me tomorrow for his birthday, and it's going to be 2 hours of me and Bobby, no call-ins, just me and Bobby talking Jets the entire night. He always wants to co-host a show, so it's going to be. I told Bobby I'm going to call him tomorrow. We're going to go over everything. We're going to have a script. We're going to have categories that we're going down. It's going to be very interesting.
That's going to be must-see TV, man.
It is. It's. Listen, everyone else has their nights to call in. Tomorrow's just me and Bobo the entire night. Oh, man.
It's late for you guys. What time is it there?
I need carbs after that.
What time is it out there, man? Jeez.
I know you're not, Charles. I'm just teasing you. Oh, here we go. Jake wants Bobby's game-by-game record prediction.
That's a good suggestion.
I like that.
It's a good suggestion.
I like that. Oh, Knob comes in with the super chat. Thank you. Says no call-ins, please. Do we have a bidder that outbids Knob for call-ins? This is how we turn the chat against one another.
and this is how Nick got his car.
All right.
Do people even know? I don't know if anybody knows New Jersey. I think it's so funny. This is a true story. I called Nick. I said, look, I got to get a hotel for the end of September when I come in for the Jet game because my friend from Staten Island is not going to be home. He's going to be in Florida. And I said, I want to be near the Outer Bridge crossing because I still want to be able to get over to Green Bean so we can make the drive to Brooklyn together for the Cyclone and all that. I want to be near where you are. So Nick literally knows me, says, look for one of the ones in the Raritan Center because that's where Harold's, the deli, is.
100%.
And I did it.
Hold on. I'm like, it's near the Outer Bridge, so you're not far from Staten Island. It's not far from me. I'm like, and then you have Harold's right there, and you can eat.
You know I'm going to go to Harold's now, of course. I'm not going to be right there and not go maybe twice.
I can't wait to after you leave to go back to California, and I go to Harold's, and your picture's on the wall. Like, don't let this man in.
That's going to be a cheat day for me, man. Those 3 days are going to be cheat days, man. I heard
you're putting all the weight back on.
I heard Tailgate Joe's going to be serving pretzels because it's Oktoberfest. Big soft pretzels, man. If they have like a beer cheese kind of dip, I'm in a lot of trouble.
You are definitely. I can't make the Bronco game. I planned on going. Nikki wants to go visit Rowan University on open house the Sunday before. And I can't miss 2 games in a row coaching. So,
but you'll be home after the Jet game.
Yeah.
Okay. You know why I'm asking.
I do. Yeah, we'll get together after.
They get dropped off.
Right? I do, Bonesy. I do. This is what happens. Like when the Ozempic hits, it's usually 48 to like 72 hours after I take it. I take it Sunday night.
What
it's
happened?
like
tell me
5 hours. It's 5 hours of hell. Like, I'm not even lying right now.
Are
like
you throwing up?
No. It just elevator drop, as I call it.
Ah, man. So okay.
Yeah. I'm wiggling in the chair. I'm like, I could feel the intestines just like passing everything down right now. It's rough. It's a rough like 4 or 5 hours. This will go to like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Dude, I would go through almost anything to make myself not feel so hungry.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's a pain in the butt. Waka waka.
I mean, it's freaking torture. I'm starving all the time. Like I'm never not hungry. It sucks.
Whenever Hawk comments on health, I feel like it's like a disappointed father. I'm sorry I upset you, Hawk.
Is Hawk probably like a gym rat, like a healthy, my body's a temple kind of guy?
He's into exercise. He flies around a lot.
He flies around a lot.
Tom, if you think that this is coming out in one piece, you are sorely mistaken. You are sorely mistaken.
Oh God.
So,
You're like
all right,
you're
get back
reminding
into
me
the
of
roster
Yvonne,
before you got to go and before I disappear again.
I talked about the running back room.
I know. Happy that Izzy made it, right?
I'm glad that Izzy made it. I mean, it's not that I think we need him or that he's going to get much of an opportunity. Knock on wood that we stay healthy, but I don't know. I like the kid, Coney Island, Brooklyn kid. I was just hoping he'd make it. Yeah, but sadly, I just don't know if there's much of a role for him. I just don't see, where he's going to get his opportunity. Maybe if we're blowing out teams at the end of the game, maybe like, middle of the third quarter, the middle of the fourth quarter, it'll be Allen and Davis, and then in the last 8 minutes, when the game is really over, they'll let Izzy come in there and have a chance just to play.
I do want to announce. I know we're far way away, but we are 43 emojis away, or 43 channel memberships away from the next emoji. If there's any way we could hit that by tomorrow night, we will have a special Bobby Midnight birthday emoji that gets released. So if there's any way we can hit that mark by tomorrow night, that would be tremendous. And we could drop that while Bobby is here live with us. So for those of you tomorrow night are saying it's a Thursday night, what's happening tomorrow night? Well, let me run it down for you. Jeremy has graciously 17 times dropped the name, so I'm going to do it once. After Green Bean, Gunny, and Dom tomorrow night at the Thursday Thick of It from 8 to 10.
And after me and Matt O'Leary's show, Reality Check, at 3 p.m. tomorrow.
Yes. Then later on in the night, there will be me with Bobby Midnight, the birthday boy, turning 57 years old, co-hosting. So it's going to be, I promise you, a very memorable night. You know how things get when me and Bobby get together, and it's going to be a very memorable night. I guarantee it. Jake coming in, gifting a membership. Thank you, sir. And it went to Wishby. Welcome. And then Snowball, not to be outdone, also gifted a membership that went to Roseanne, part of the 4.9% greater female demographic than Jake Asman.
Don't get the wrong idea, Roseanne. Snowball is happily married.
And then our man Knob comes in and gifts one that goes to Frank. Whoa, now it's raining. Everybody wants to see a birthday Bobby emoji. Clancy joins the party, dropping 5 memberships. And they went to Goose McGee. That's a great name. That's like a Top Gun like character name, right? Goose McGee. Well, Goose was the name, but it feels like that's a family member. Peter Barandis, Mr. Business, who's been in the chat tonight. Hype. And I'm waiting for one more. It's not showing me in my YouTube. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I see Jake.
I don't know what's going on there.
I see Knob.
It's not showing.
I see Clancy. What are you talking about?
Clancy gifted 5, but it's only showing me 4 names.
Maybe everybody's already a member.
It's Goose McGee, Peter Barandis, Mr. Business, and Hype.
There might not be anybody left.
I wonder who it is.
I should actually get into the chat right now. Maybe I'll get myself a free membership.
I already added you to my Discord when we hosted a show together. You're in there. That's the main perk.
Oh.
You deleted Discord though. You didn't like the app. You deleted it, old man.
But you still get no. But you still get the thing next to your name. and you get the use of the
you get the emojis. Yeah. Get in the chat.
I deleted all of Discord off of my phone because it was driving me crazy and it was going to cause my divorce.
Oh, you should fucking delete the McDonald's app, asshole. If you're that worried about things.
There were certain sacrifices I can make, and certain sacrifices.
Oh, McDonald's, the divorce you could be talked into.
I got points on the line. Points. They make me.
Or the points transferable.
I worked hard for those points. Look, I'm just putting myself all over the fucking chat so I can get gifted something.
Nice. Jake gifted a membership that went to Phenom.
Well, I remember Phenom out in the Bronx.
Yep. Oh, thank you. That's why I'm here. Jake. I love talking Jets, but I love one-liners. Thank you, everyone, for dropping. Am I the only one? Did you guys see a fifth name for Clancy? I only see 4 of them. Did I miss a fifth name? All right, I'm putting in all messages. I only got 4 names. Clancy, I don't know what happened.
By the way, I consider the Mets season over. That Sunday game against the Padres, when they lost that game, after being up 2-0 in the 8th inning or whatever, that was the end of the season to me.
Yeah,
I was like, nope, that's the knife in the back, or the nail.
I don't know if
that was the nail in the coffin game.
I thought the nail in the coffin was when they did well against the Yankees, and I said this is the part of the season where they jumped the shark, and then it all goes downhill from here. And I got attacked by like Mets fans for saying it. Johnny, Adam, Rick Kent. Rick didn't attack. Rick just like poo-pooed me, shoo-shooed me. He's like, no way, Nick, you're wrong.
Somebody gift like 5 memberships right now. I'm all over the chat. Man. It would definitely go to me.
You are. You're just typing nonsense words just to have comments. That's great. You're just like, boogity, boogity, boogaloo.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Boogity, boogity.
1, 2, 3, 4, 9. Let's see what we got. We got 9 in. No. I want to drop the Bobby emoji tomorrow night. I want to drop the Bobby birthday emoji.
Oh. How many do you need? How many memberships?
Should be 34. 34 more. And
Roger said, I thought Jeremy was ordering a gyro.
Knob Deep just gifted one. And not to name drop here, but Knob Deep, his went to Dom C.
Dom C's in here. He's not even chatting, and he gets it. Are you freaking kidding me?
Oh, I love your anger.
My laughing anger.
You know what? Everyone's being so generous. Maybe, Jeremy, just maybe, I'll be the one to gift it to you. Into my own pocket.
Nah.
I'm going to drop 5 right now. And they go to Robert D. ISU, RB for life. Frank Cersei. Bada Bing. And Donovan T.
I never get picked. Let me tell you something. Louis Seen, newly signed Jet, would get gifted a membership before I do.
He went to Georgia. I like him better than you.
Domsey's all excited about that guy. It cost us nothing. The only thing we could do is win from that pickup. But man, in the little bit of play and what I read about him in the practices, he did not have a lot of success in the Vikings with the Vikings. But I'm told he was in the wrong position, and he got it. First year injured, wrong position. Maybe they mismanaged the kid, and maybe Ogden. We have an amazing secondary coach. So maybe they turn this guy around. I'm a fake Knick fan. I love the Knicks, man. I've been watching the Knicks forever. I was there when Patrick Ewing was the center. What are you talking about?
It's talking about me, you dumbass.
So apparently the system knows not to randomly gift memberships to people who put in nonsense in the chat.
Yeah, you actually have to have a jet take. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Obviously, there's some kind of artificial intelligence that looks at the chat and rates you by quality of the content of your chat.
All right. I'll do what Jake did. Okay. I just saw Jay Quest's name in the chat, and Jay Quest for the longest time could not get gifted a membership on Jake's show, and Jake came up with whoever gifts Jay Quest the membership gets a piece of merchandise off of the store.
How about that?
He changed his name 2 weeks ago to Bobby's Right Nut. And then the next day, I gifted one membership, and it went to Bobby's Right Nut, which was Jay Quest. And Jake sent me a shirt. So if anyone gifts Jeremy a membership tonight, I'll buy a shirt. I'll buy a T-shirt off of Jake's store and send it to you. So whoever gifted for Jeremy,
I was gonna offer if anybody gifts and it goes to me, I'll give that person Knobcraft's toy that I never sent them.
Oh, jeez. Oh, so now you're gonna lie to two people?
I'll give Knobcraft's Cisco. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not doing that. I've seen Knobcraft 3 times since then, and I've forgotten to give it to him all 3 times.
Thank you, Boomtown.
It's awful.
Thank you. And I have mentioned to you while the day before you leave, make sure you pack the thing for Knob. Make sure you pack the Star Trek thing for Knob.
That's crazy. But I packed the tiniest little suitcase the last time I went. It was like we bought this new little suitcase, and I was stuffing stuff in and sitting on it to get it to close. No, I'll get it to him. One of these days, Knobcraft shall have it.
No, you won't. Knob even said one day, he goes, at this point, I don't think I'm ever going to get the fucking thing.
He's going to get it. But you know what? It's funny that I just offered to give it away, though. I thought that was funny.
Hold on. Damn you, weed. All right, give me a second. I'm working on it, weed. I got to get this and send it to my email. You know what? This is just so much fucking easier.
What are you doing?
I got to bring Weed on for a minute. Weed hasn't seen you in a while. He wants to say hi.
Aw, Weed. My friend Weed.
He wants to say hi to you.
You're such a nice Weed. You burn so well. You burn so slow.
Weed, check record.
And you mellow me out.
Friended me. Oh, Dre Day? Yes, Dre Day. I'll add you now. Let me do that from my phone in a minute. Damn it. I don't. This is so much different. To the Discord, Dre Day.
Oh, Neek is like unique without the U. Neek.
Oh, Neek's awesome. She hangs out in the Discord all the time.
Neek.
There you go, Weed. Weed, check the Discord DM.
Super chat from Knobcraft.
He's just holding it so he has an excuse to keep going on dates with me. They're sweet dates too. Total gentlemen. They are, because I consider myself to be very good friends with each of you. And I don't even know when this happens. Neither one of you speaks of it. There's definitely some shenanigans going on. Like, I don't even know that you two get together until like weeks after it. So something is happening on these dates.
He took me to Ramen Boulevard. He took me to Noodle Boulevard.
Weed, where are you?
What do you think of our safeties, Nick? What do you think of our safeties? You like our safety room?
I am a big fan of Tony Adams, and I think that the coaching staff is as well. And I don't think he'll get to all pro level, but if Tony Adams can make a jump like Quincy Williams did in year 2 to 3 in this coaching staff, I think we're in a very, very good position. Weed wants to come on. He made something for you.
Jeremy, what's up, man?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. How about you?
I'm good. What's going on, bro? Look at that. Live, everybody. Live. I love it. He's coughing. Hey, if you don't cough, you don't get off, bro.
Yeah, you got damn right, Jeremy, man. I had to do it. I was going to put McDonald's in his hand.
Where do you get your stuff?
What, my bud?
Yeah.
It depends. Either get it from my buddy or there's a couple dispensaries around here.
Oh, what state are you in? New York?
New Jersey.
Oh, yeah. New Jersey's more expensive than California, man. You'd love the prices out here. It's much cheaper.
Trust me, I know. I lived in San Diego for like 6 months back in like 2015. It's beautiful.
Oh, that'd be great if we could get the mouth of Fat Bastard to move to make it look like you were talking to him.
That's more Gator's territory than mine. He's the one that does all that animation shit.
Yeah. He's smoking. There's only one guy that has you beat, Weed, and that is the guy from Holland.
From what?
Was it the guy from Holland, the guy that snorted cocaine on your show?
Well, those are not on the show. He did that off the show. That was off camera.
Yeah, right. He's off camera.
He came back a few weeks ago and attacked Charles. Yeah. He came back like 2 weeks ago and maybe 3 weeks ago. And he came on and Charles was on and he called Charles something. It was the night that Charles was hanging out with Sarah and was like having like a date. I wasn't even in the show for a while. And then Bobby comes on. It was a couple Wednesdays ago, maybe 2 Wednesdays ago, and the show went completely hysterical.
That was a wild one.
The best line of that night that I remember was Jake being in the chat, and he this show was just hysterical. And Jake at one point goes, "Now I could see why you guys love being in the chat so much. This is so much fun, and I'm obsessed with being in the chat." So I think that was like a cool moment.
The chat's always great.
He's like, "Now I get why you guys do this so much."
That's awesome.
The chat's always fun.
What's that?
Move out of the way. That's oh, look at him dropping back. Oh man, if something pops up from the bottom here, we're gonna call you Charles.
Yeah, no bull doing
Freedom Royd with Bobby, and Bobby's the tiger who attacks them. That's Jake and Carly with Bobby the tiger.
Weed, are you going to the game? Are you going to the Denver game?
Nah, I don't think so. Maybe.
There's still tickets left, man. Come on.
We'll see what happens.
Wow, Clancy. I was trying not to say it, dude. You went completely in word for word. If you look at Clancy's comment about like 6 or 7 up in the chat, Jeremy, you'll see.
Yeah.
Right above Knobs, Free Denmark Andy.
Oh,
What you
said that?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I was like, all right, Andy, you're gone, pal.
So you had to throw him out again?
Yeah, I blocked him. After that.
Oh, man. That's not nice.
It wasn't. It was very mean.
Jeremy.
I'll send you the.
Are you coming for any games in New Jersey? Are you coming here for any games?
I'm coming for the Denver game. I'm going to be there September 27th to the 30th.
All right, I will do my very best to make that game.
Even if you don't go to the game, just come to the tailgate.
That too. Trying to get out of that parking lot fucking stuff. So I'd really only do it if I'm going to a game, but I feel you.
I totally would have, if I didn't even, if I was still living in New York, in Manhattan, I would even if I didn't have tickets to the game, I would come in for the tailgate parties and just hang out. And then just after the game, and then after everybody goes into the game, no traffic, no issues. Just jump on the train and go back into the city.
That's not a bad idea either.
Except that you're gonna miss part of the game. Like, although you know what, it was close enough, like it was fast enough that if I timed it right, I could probably make it back, or I could make it to a bar in the city and watch the game before I miss any of it.
Now, see, I stayed last season, the season before, I stayed out when everybody went in for the game. I just stayed out in the parking lot and burned down Dolphin fans' cars. Fucking good time. They're all in stadium. They have no idea what's coming.
That escalated quickly.
Burn down Dolphins cars.
Boomtown. I'm sure Boomtown or Stack. They are very good with finding things. Can you find the moment that Denmark Andy and Charles were on together when that happened? I think it was in the 2 hour, the second hour. Well, it's the third hour. I think it was around 2:15, 2:30, something like that. And Jeremy, we'll get you the exact time, and you can watch it. And it's like,
that's messed up. Just don't play it on air ever again. Obviously,
no.
If it's messed up, we got to play it over and over again.
You're the man, Boom. Thank you. Shout out to Boomtown. Who's always the note taker, and he's very, very good at what he does.
You could always like use that clip of what not to say. Say, don't do this, otherwise you're going to be blocked from the channel, and then you play that little clip.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure Charles will really love that.
No, I wouldn't play that on there. I got pissed off. I was off air when it happened, and I popped back in to try to like de-escalate, and then he doubled down and went even further. And I was like, "Oh, you're gone, damn you!"
Is there a reason that he got so mad at him to say that?
He's fucking high on drugs. There's no logic or rationale.
What about drugs?
No, no.
Yeah, come on, man.
Everyone but you. You get creative. Some people get offensive. There's all different ids.
Yeah,
you get creative.
I use my powers for good.
Who's in the bottom right in that photo? My bottom right, looking at it, not under Lane, the other side.
Chiefs fan.
Okay.
He's a Jake guy.
No, I just couldn't.
I don't want to drop any names like Jeremy over here. Jeremy's waiting for Henry Kissinger to call him.
What? I know somebody who met Kissinger.
Do tell.
I this old guy that me and my wife are friends with always tells the story. He went up to him and
I love that Weed changes his backgrounds without saying a fucking word.
And,
like he just he flips through them. There's Knob on Miami Vice.
That's Knob.
Knob just texted
different.
me to tell you check your phone, Jeremy.
Yeah, when Knob's not directing porno videos, he's starring in other movies.
Oh, he sent me the YouTube the clip.
All right, yeah, Boomtown did too. It's 1:59 into the show. I love you guys. You guys are the best. Okay. Yeah, it was a long show.
Hmm.
15. All right. I love that he Knob texted me to tell you to check your phone. I love that. Neither one of you will text me to tell me what's going on when you guys hang out. There's Jake getting
well, it's not like you're in the Nick, it's not like you're in the area.
He's right, you're not in the area, Nick.
Curious.
It happens when I'm in North Carolina.
Well, if you look at Jake on the table right there, he's in the areola. Oh, corny joke. Corny joke. Corny jokes are good. That's a dad joke.
Say that, Nick. I thought it was a good one.
Thank you. That was a dad joke.
So, Weed, what's your prediction for the Jets this year? What do you think their record will be?
20-0, Super Bowl champions.
Nice.
Love it.
And I fire off the biggest load of 2024. Going to be a fantastic team.
You're even more optimistic than me. But I have $100 on the Jets to win the Super Bowl.
Infrared, will you stop? It's bad enough you went all. Infrared went after me last night about my hair.
I put 100 on the Jets to win the Super Bowl before the offseason really started. So I have 28 to 1 odds.
Nice.
So I got $2,800 if the Jets win the Super Bowl.
I'm gonna miss our.
Infrared's mad because she scared everybody out of the Discord last night.
I'm fucking great with kids. I don't know what that comment means.
Kids love me. I just think they're stupid.
That's fair.
I mean, tell me, do you know any smart babies? Just saying.
Not after you drop them.
I mean, is your expectation for them to do algebra?
Yeah. What did you want the baby to do? I mean,
I'm
sure I could find a couple. Aside from being creative, I'm sure I could get a couple babies to match wits with you.
I don't know about that, man.
If we take away your Toki ability, I bet that you throw a tantrum quicker than the toddler does.
You're actually not. You're not wrong. That's why I Toki.
It's a fair assessment, right?
Yeah, man.
Jeremy, you know what I'm going to miss most about this football season? Since I don't gamble anymore, Sunday mornings, you and I putting together our parlays. I am going to miss that. Is there gambling in California now?
They don't have it, man. I can't do it. I can't use the app.
Fuck.
I have it, and I have my bet in the app. Like, I'm going to literally have to go. Like, if I win, I'm going to have to wait until I'm in New York, or New Jersey or whatever, to then cash out and put it in my bank account.
Damn it. I got to get somebody who can do that. My problem was in sports gambling. I didn't put big money on sports gambling. We'd put like $10 together. We'd go $5 each and put a parlay in. But this DraftKings Rocket game was
that's the way to do it. Yeah, that's the only way I'll ever do sports betting.
Sports gambling, I never went big. Jeremy knows. He knows all my bets. Yeah, I didn't go big or out of control with sports, but just that DraftKings Rocket game, oh my God. That thing was fucking crack.
We came close on a few, man. There was that one game thing where we had like 6 things and we had 5, and the last thing just didn't happen. It sucked. We needed like one more touchdown or something from someone, and it sucked, man. We would have won like $2,000.
I thought New York did have it.
Hawk is like everything is the devil with him. Everything's bad. Ozempic's the devil. Gambling online.
Hawk is like he's like Bobby Boucher's mom.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the devil.
The devil ever take the devil to you, mama?
The only thing that Hawk does not think is the devil is shit talking women in the YouTube chat. He big fan, big fan of that.
He excels.
Everything's the devil, but that's the Bible to him. He will not give that up. He'll give up carbs. He'll give up gambling. He'll give up drinking. He will not give up shit talking women in the YouTube chat.
I don't know why Harlan is. I don't know why Harlan is saying there's no online sports betting in New York. There absolutely is.
Yeah, there is.
There absolutely is. My app works for real. My app works perfectly fine when I'm in New York.
Yeah. Hawk, I not only gave up the apps, I signed the waiver to give up gambling. So if I changed my mind, I couldn't even download. I put my social in and was like, yeah, block me for a year.
Wow. For a year. How about for life?
It was 1 or 5. And in March, I was like, all right, 1's enough. We'll revisit this in a year.
Hawk, I have Jesus, all right? He does my lawn every weekend.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. You got me to fucking say it.
Not there. Go to your monetization. Sorry, Nick.
Got me to say
what you were taking.
bastard. Yeah, it is legal. Harlan, breaking news for you, bro. You got to download the new app, man. It is legal in New York.
You know what I couldn't find, by the way, Nick? I couldn't. What I couldn't find. I was like looking at ratings. I looked at Portnoy's website. I'm typing in Old Bridge. I'm typing in this every area, like near there, the Outer Bridge crossing, whatever. Is there a good pizza place somewhere around there?
Yeah, I told you. There's two really good ones in Rahway, right next to the train station. There's Nancy's, which is the thin, crispy, crunchy one. Okay. And then right across the street is Il Forno. And it's a little bit of a thicker pie, but depending what you want. I got Nancy's one time, and when I was doing Uber, and I walked in at like 9:45 to order one. They were like, "You're the last one. We're just about to close." All right. She's like, "I'll make it for you." They make it.
If you walked into my store at 9:45 and I closed at 10, I would be so mad.
That's why Nancy's is a friendly little townhouse.
I'd be like, this son of a bitch.
And I'll tell you, when I ate it, like I ate it 10 o'clock at night in the car because they were closing. Dude, I felt like a kid crushed a whole package of saltines and opened it up, man. There was crumbs everywhere the next day in the daylight. Like I didn't like that, like crunchy, really thin. You know, it was like eating pizza on a fried pita. I just don't like that. Like I want a little bit of substance, you know.
I like a good crispy crust.
Jeremy, Big Islander fan. Hey, I'm in Woodbridge. Where are you, man? Where are you at? Strawberries is close to me. You get wings and a pie from Strawberries, Jeremy, you're gonna be the happiest guy in the world. That you go to Strawberries, you can order wings and a pie. That'll be we'll do that.
Oh,
Strawberries. Are the wings nice and spicy?
So that's just another good place.
Are the wings nice and spicy? Good sauce?
I don't get spicy.
I like good spicy wings.
Strawberries Pub and Pizza. Let's see. Wings, huh? Because I'm a big wings guy.
I love wings.
Yeah, give me some good wings. It's not easy to find good wings either. Most places that's not very good.
And now you get 6 wings. You're paying $12 for 6 wings.
It's for bone-in wings, it's insane.
Expensive.
Terrible.
Oh, their wings look good.
Tom dropping the Rio Diner. I almost met Charles and his brother at the Rio Diner one night, but he told me no.
What's the one diner or burger place in, I want to say Clark, White Diamond, something like that?
Yeah.
That's a good place.
Yep. You go in there and you eat a burger, you will smell like there are onions for days.
It's a little overrated, but delicious nonetheless.
That used to be like the spot to go after like a night out drinking on the way home. You know,
no, that's a good burger for a hangover, that's for sure.
Oh, it's all grease. All grease.
Good stuff.
Wow, Nancy's looks good. Wow, crazy.
Hey, look at you. It's like food porn to him. He's like, oh, yeah, fuck this diet.
Yeah. And El Forno popped up right next to it. So I could get... Dude, I love looking at food pics. I can tell by
you.
I do the same, Jeremy. I do the same thing. Before I go anywhere new, the first thing I do is I look up all the fucking food places in the area.
Dude, I can tell from pictures if it's good or not. I'm telling you. Like for pizza, I mean, it's like it's so easy for me to know, like to rule out a place. I look at the picture, I'm like, nope, no, that's not my kind of pizza.
I've never had white Mana.
Jake, I'm glad you liked it.
Oh, look at me.
I was laughing the entire time I made it.
You see me in the background, Jay?
Yeah. That's awesome.
What's great is you don't even have to color the beard. I make it easy for you.
I did color in the cheeks. I did do the cheeks.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm doing a calendar of all the crazy Jake people that fucking pop up. I got Nick. Who else do I have?
White
Carly,
Manna.
do I just?
Oh,
isn't White Manna the sliders, the burger place?
I got January. Gotta have New Year's.
White Nana's the burger place. That's a little further drive though. Tom C used to promise me he's going to take me there. He hasn't taken me there yet.
There you go, Nick.
Hold on, I'm off screen right now.
I would love to try White Manna like one day. I
What
don't know
the
about
hell
this
is
trip.
that? Oh my God, it's the dog coming out. The dog came out of nowhere and joined the picture.
Look at that
great.
dog. Wow.
The
Look at that
dog
guy.
knew right where to go. The dog climbed right between Jake and B-Man.
How do you protect your home and protect yourself when you're so stoned you can't do it yourself? You get yourself a big German Shepherd.
That's right. Luke Cage Skywalker Scobie.
Well, the Mohegan Sun in
I
Connecticut.
had to go babyface Jake.
Neek and Kim are talking. So how you doing,
Kim?
Weed?
Welcome, Kim. Oh, let me get you.
How's life treating you, Weed?
Not too bad. Pretty good.
Does it suck having to go to work because you can't smoke at work?
What do you mean? I do.
You get to smoke at work?
I smoke before my interviews.
Wait a second. What do you do? What's your job? What job can you do and get to smoke?
I pump gas. I help my one buddy doing construction. I do French drains. I make sales.
So you do all kinds of jobs where you're able to smoke pot while you're doing it.
Jeremy, I don't think I've ever had a job where I wasn't smoking pot.
That's fucking awesome. The one job that like we all had, I think, as kids growing up in Brooklyn, was there was this one catering hall in my neighborhood in Canarsie. I forgot what it's called, the Glen Chateau, one of these places. But like anyway, we all worked there as waiters, and everybody would go into the kitchen before the party and get stoned. Like so, we were all stoned. All the waiters were stoned.
Best way to be.
It's the only thing that made that kind of work tolerable. It's nothing worse.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than being a waiter at a wedding. It's the fucking worst.
I never had to do that. My brother did that. He worked at a catering place, and they had to. Although he did say afterwards, whenever the weddings and all that shit were over.
Hughes Johnson says, I'm a mechanic and I regularly smoke while under a car. Now, the other mechanics are like, oh, that car's smoking. And he's like, no, man, it's just me.
Do you know that song? I smoke 2 joints in the morning.
Of course.
Sublime,
man.
That's the best freaking song.
That's a great one.
And
at every 10,000 points, I smoke 2 joints.
Hell yeah.
I smoke 2 joints before I smoke 2 joints. And then I
smoke 2 more.
This generation doesn't know about Sublime.
The Sublime was the best, man. I still blast that shit in my car.
Yeah, infrared. I would never want weed to pump gasoline in my vehicle.
Infrared, you're throwing a lot of shots my way.
He is.
He's
gotten very aggressive lately. Very aggressive.
I am a very good gas station attendant. In fact, I don't even call myself a gas station attendant. I am a fuel transfer technician extraordinaire. So, I mean,
you ever get somebody who says, I want exactly $8.34 of gas? $8.34, not a penny more. $8.30.
Yep, I'd have them do that. And they would give me all change too.
Oh, God.
I used to talk shit to all of my customers. It was the best.
Neither one of you see me raising my hand.
I see you up there, you piece of shit.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I kindly ask you to keep your freaky down as we bring in Carly. I asked them. I can't promise they keep the freaky down, Carly, but I asked.
Nick, one time somebody referred to you as the zookeeper, and like nothing has ever been more fitting.
That is pretty good, the zookeeper.
It's true.
Nick, you keep all of the zoos.
Is that a compliment?
Yes, it's a good thing.
You keep all of us animals in line.
Yeah.
All right. I can't keep the animal in line behind you.
Nobody can control Bobby.
Nobody can keep that animal in line.
What the fuck is that?
I can't wait for the Bobby birthday tomorrow.
That's going to be fun. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Me and Bobby, 2 hours talking Jets the entire night. No call-ins.
You say that you're going to be talking Jets. I bet only about 10 minutes of that is going to be talking Jets.
One word of anything other than Jets.
No call-ins, nothing but me and Bobby the entire night.
I love the way you specify no call-ins.
Because Bobby loves call-ins. And I was like, no. I'm like, it's my gift to you. Like, you can do call-ins on your show all the time. You're going to do a show during the day. People are going to call in. My gift to you, Bob, is me and you talking Jets for 2 hours. You always say to everyone, how come no one ever asked me to co-host? So here I am asking you to co-host on your birthday. And I want to do Jet Talk with Bobby.
Only 10 minutes of that 2 hours is going to be spent on Jets Talk.
Oh, if we get 10 minutes in, I'd be impressed.
That's the over under I'm putting on it. Is 10 minutes Jets Talk. The rest is going to be. But Nick, oh, she's a lovely girl.
I think
Bobby all over the place.
My greatest zookeeper moment would be keeping Bobby on task tomorrow night.
That's going to be tough. Trying to wrangle that bear.
It'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun. I would definitely set a reminder on your phone to get here right at 10 o'clock. I'm hoping I can be here by 10 o'clock. I thought my son's football game was 6. It's 7, and it's in Old Bridge. So I am going to be like, you want to see me mush kids out of the way? As soon as that game ends, I do
actually. If you don't mind wearing a GoPro,
hour drive home.
You better make sure there's no overtime.
Yeah, start tripping players.
I'll go up into the booth and just start running the clock. We got a running clock here.
That's perfect.
Yes.
Nick, I picture you as like those videos with like the mascots playing against the kids. And they're like, just beat this shit out of that's just Nick. Just stiff arming fucking little kids out of the way.
Nick Shine, Bobby Wrangler. Well, don't forget when me and Bobby first became friends. I almost said got together. That would have been weird. I almost said it, and I caught myself. When me and Bobby first became friends, I was known as the Bobby Whisperer. People would text me like when Bobby was going nuts and be like, "Nick, you got to get in there. You got to calm him down." And I go, "On Bob, what are you doing? Why are you upset?"
You got to put him to bed. We got to get Nick to come in to put him to bed.
Saying, ask Carly to show off her shirt. The Lane Train gifted it to her.
ESPN New York.
Not from the Lane Train.
Can you turn the camera so we can say hi to Jake?
He's not here.
Oh. All right.
He said he was good. Okay, he's going to yell at me. But I told him we were just FaceTiming, and I said, let's bring this on to the Nick Shine show. He was like, no, I'm not going on. And I said, that's fine. You could watch me. Like,
wow, what a dick. That's it. You're out of the other guys talking Jets text chat, Jake. Carly, you're in.
Yeah, Jake, we won't be name dropping you anymore.
To be fair, he talks for like a million hours. To make him do this was kind of mean of me. So
I'm teasing.
I deserve that. But I do have my Jake Asman Show teddy bear.
Oh, wow. Where can you find that teddy bear if you wanted to purchase it?
Find that at jakeasman.com/shop. And while you're there, buy a Kicks by Carly hat.
Is it /shop or /store?
I think it's shop.
Is
I'm
it?
I
pretty
believe you.
Little teddy bear.
All right.
I instantly believe you.
That's a little Jake teddy bear.
Whose dog?
All
It's
right,
like
Jake. Respect.
actual size teddy bear.
Wait.
The actual size of Jake Osmond.
It went from doing a V-Man to now doing an X-Shine. Son of a bitch. I just became a character on Jake's
What's your
show.
dog's
Damn it.
name? I sound like Bobby.
Smokey.
Luke.
I'm crying.
He looks like a
Luke
good
Cage
boy.
Skywalker Scobie.
Oh
He
my
looks
god, what
like
a
good
cute
boy.
guy. So cute.
Oh,
The big boy.
yeah, he's a good boy.
Oh my god.
Potheads love dogs. They get really stoned and they can really feel the love. Now you're making me feel bad because I have my door shut so my babies can't get in. So now I feel bad because you're making me feel guilty.
Oh, after 2 hours, anything goes.
Got my 2 puppies. I hear them outside rattling around.
Hey, Luke, bark if you need help.
Good boy.
Not only am I the Bobby Whisperer, I am the dog whisperer now too.
Bump it.
Yeah,
my dog
I agree
will,
with
Nick.
Kim, Jeremy. At this point, Kim's saying you got to let them in.
I gotta,
What, talking about kids? No, you never let him in. He's not there.
Bruh.
Oh, you're playing with the soundboard?
I have secret powers.
I found a soundboard in the
All right,
Discord
let me
last
let
night. That
you
was
know
funny.
Not that they can get to me.
Oh, nice. Jeremy Buttcrack.
You saw that too? I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Yeah, let the dogs in. What's going
I
on?
thought we were filming Ghostbusters 2 for a second. Carly, how are you tonight?
I'm great, Weed. How are you?
I'm phenomenal. I'm doing awesome.
Desk.
Do you have an AI camera, or are we slowly turning it?
Jeremy, I totally saw your butt when you stood up.
Oh, you saw my butt? Beautiful.
I did. I saw the crack and everything.
You freeze that, and I'm sure Gator could take it. And
no, I clipped it, but that's for me.
Okay.
I'm not. That's not for anybody else.
That's my wallpaper at home.
That's your private. That's your
Put it up
private.
in my bathroom.
Oh God. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a first time caller to the show.
I'm scared.
It's
I'm so
is
excited.
that Mike? That might be Bobby's brother Mike with the American flag. Oh, Jake.
Oh my
Hey, Jake.
goodness!
Come here, baby.
If it isn't Jake himself.
I'm here. I had to finish my Nick Shine, and I'm ready to roll.
You said you weren't.
I'll tell you this, Jake. I'm 45. How old are you? I never got the actual number.
17.
Nice. All right. Well, I don't think we can be on together here at night, but let's rock with it. Anything goes this time of night.
I would definitely ask for Jake's ID if he came to the store.
But Jake, my best advice to you being a younger man is always take care of your health. Never let it get out of hand because you don't want to deal with health issues as you get older.
Well, you want all your toes as well. You've talked about that.
I mean, if you all right, that's you know what, get the hell out of here.
9-toe Nick.
10 toes is overrated.
I said on Bobby's show yesterday, Bobby kicked somebody. I was like, Bobby, you're quicker than Billy the Kid with that trigger finger. Do you just sit over? Like he must just scan back and forth waiting to remove people because he is the absolute quickest with it that I've ever seen.
You're Doc Holliday, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Boom. You got to make note of that. Boom. You got to make note of that. Jake hitting below the belt here.
Oh, man. I saw the opportunity to make a joke, and I went for it. I will say this, though, Nick. I legitimately my Raisin Cane's cup right here. I was mid-sip when you said the line to Jeremy about deleting the McDonald's app. Dude, when my computer craps out tomorrow during my first show, I spilt water everywhere laughing.
That was good. I bust his balls about that all the time. Have you ever heard?
Oh, my God. We're really going to tell this story. All
We're
right.
going to tell this story again. It's the best. Jake, if you've never heard this, buckle up. So I'm on the phone at one time with Jeremy, right? And I hear him say, all right, hold on. And he goes outside. Like I hear like him, come on, get in, hurry up. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm taking the dog for a walk. And I hear like the car door close. I hear like the car start. And I'm like, what are you taking dog to the dog park? He's like, no, I had to get out of the house. I've used taking the dog for a walk as an excuse to go to McDonald's, but I want Jocelyn to think that I'm taking the dog for a walk. So he goes there. I'm on the phone with him the whole time. He gets his order. He's eating on the way back. He gets to the house. Go ahead, Joe. You tell the rest with John.
Well, I don't remember the rest of that story.
You got caught. You bastard.
He gets back to the house. He tries to quietly put the garbage in the garbage outside.
Oh, yeah. That's how she always catches me. She always catches me when I try to get rid of the evidence.
It's a frequent occurrence, Jake. The dog is 700 pounds because Jeremy's never taken the dog for a fucking walk. It's always sneaking off to McDonald's.
Hey, the dog got French. First of all, it's both dogs, and they both got French fries out of the deal. So
yeah, somehow Jeremy and the dog were going for more walks, but gaining weight instead of losing.
I always get caught throwing because, like, it's the soda that's left over. You get this big, large, right? So how do you get rid of it? So I'm like, and I always freaking like. My wife has like the ears of I don't know, man. She hears everything. She's like, I heard the garbage close. I heard the car door close and then the garbage can close. That means you went to McDonald's. I was like,
what did you just eat it there? What did you just eat it really quick there or whatever? Or
I eat the food, but it's this. I can't get rid of the Coke, the soda.
You gotta just dump it out.
You just finish your Coke there.
Yeah. So
because I liked every.
I know I always finish my Coke immediately when I get it.
She didn't say anything, and then later on, he's like, "Oh, I got caught. How'd you get caught?" She goes. She has my location on the phone, and she saw me in the car.
Oh, that was a different time.
That was a different time. We're getting our Jeremy sneaking you off the McDonald's.
That was a time where she said you went to That was a time she said you went to McDonald's 4 times last week, and I said, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "Location services." I was like, "Shit."
How frequently is she checking your Find My Friends?
Because wait, that's the wrong question. The question should be how frequently do you go to McDonald's?
Yeah, okay. I mean, past that, but like, whoa.
She tracks him like Batman. She's got him locked down.
Some wives are worried their husbands are going to cheat. Some wives are worried their husband is sneaking off to McDonald's.
Ladies and gentlemen, there are 12 and a half minutes left in today. That means there's 12 and a half minutes left in somebody's year because at midnight, Bobby Midnight turns 56. Ladies and gentlemen, the almost birthday boy is in the house.
Hi, Curly.
Hi,
there, Bobby.
Hi,
Bobby,
Chaos.
since it's going to be your birthday, I'm going to put you close to Carly, okay?
Big boy Bobby.
Put Jake all the way over there, Chaos. Then.
All right.
Jake had
This Bobby already picked you in the
Did you
show.
draft good, Jake? Who do you get for the third pick?
I got Brees at number 3, so I'm very happy.
Nice.
And
Oh, you
anybody
did?
else
Hell yeah.
got? Who else you got? Tell me.
You know, I like to forget my team. I have Brees. I have Greg Zuerlein as my kicker. The Jet defense.
Oh, come on. Greg Zuerlein just missed 2 field goals. Come on. Against the
Come on,
Giants.
Bobby. That was preseason.
Preseason.
I'd rather have missed him in preseason than the regular season.
Okay, who you got for quarterback?
My quarterback is
Rodgers.
Josh Allen.
Well
No,
done.
I didn't. I didn't get Rodgers.
You
I had Rodgers last year, and I'm very superstitious, so I stayed away. I could have had him as my backup, but I was like, you know what? I'm not messing with it. I'm doing my part, Jeff fans.
I understand that. I respect that.
Well, you did good. You got Brees Hall. Oh, look at that. Oh, I look so ugly looking.
I have who else do I have?
Bobby,
I got
you look
Brees.
handsome.
You're not ugly. Why do you keep saying
You're a
that?
handsome young
Hey,
man.
guys, guess what? I had my show today, and this guy, John, gave me a lot of money. Because
He did.
Gary, he took
Bobby was
Gary.
rolling him though.
I know. I don't know who this John guy is. He gave me like $20, $10.
Did he call the money phone? Hey, hello. This is Josh.
I think
Oh, I
he,
didn't have the money phone. I don't know.
Bobby, I think he thought he was subscribing to your OnlyFans.
What do you mean you don't have the buddy phone? Just take out stacks of hundreds and just hold it up to your ear.
Those are real money. All right, Jake's rich. Hey, he could get buy you a house, Carly.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Jake, pony up.
Carly actually paid me. That's how good.
I wish I was like 29. I'd be going out to New York right away. And they didn't.
You were turning 29.
Bobby, when you were 29, 42nd Street was in its prime. You're probably the reason they had to shut that shit down. You're the reason.
Look what happened. What started my whole life being horny all the time.
When Bobby was 29, Gangs of New York was still going on.
Just to make sure Carly's safe, I'm gonna put Carly above you just in case.
Yeah, that's fine.
Carly's you plan on getting.
Well, be careful, Nick, because weed smoke rises, so she might break out.
You gotta see my birthday today. It's almost 12 o'clock.
Not quite the same.
Bobby, I actually have to end the show at 11:59 and 59 seconds. I made a promise to myself I wouldn't go 3 hours.
It's
you better not be too tired for tomorrow, man.
I'll get take a nap before your show. I took a nap for 3 hours.
All right,
I'm going. I'm ready to go. Jake said I should do a midnight show tonight. I might do that tonight.
No, you said you
go 24 hours. You're going 12 to 12.
Well, not midnight.
We know one snob saw you.
Every other Jets YouTuber has to come to your show.
No, I'm crazy. I won't do that. I'll do it after Jake's show tomorrow.
Are you ready for the big day of celebration, Bobby? It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I know. I'll be on your show, then I'll do my show. Then you do your show.
Yeah, Carly's
I'll
gonna
do
sing
my
for you.
show. Then I take a nap. Then I go on Nick's show. I got it all planned out for tomorrow.
Can we get Carly, Sarah, and Aurora all to sing and Bobby at the same time?
Oh well, I already got Sarah to sing, right? Jake?
I mean at the same time, like a chorus.
No, Sarah sang to me already, right, Jake?
She did. It's your birthday in Australia already.
Yeah, well, it's past that now, so it's past. It's Friday over there. Remember, it's Thursday.
No, it's only 1:52 p.m. there.
Oh yeah, that's true. But she sang to me already.
Yeah,
it's amazing how we've all figured out what time it is in Adelaide, Australia. Who the fuck? Like we all know how to adjust.
I wouldn't know. I needed to use the world clock. I would have no idea.
It's 13 and a half, and then flip it.
Guess what happened today? The Yankees lost again to the
Bobby. I speak for everyone out there.
Bob?
We already have the scoreboard before you announce it.
I know that, but I'm upset. The Yankees lost to the Nationals.
Bobby, you're not allowed to be upset going into your birthday.
Yeah. What happened to Carly? She bounced or you kicked her off?
I would not kick Bobby. I'm not you. I don't boot people randomly.
Yeah.
All right, now I do.
Oh, Jake. Jake's a good guy.
I
agree.
Just came to that conclusion. Here you go,
There
Bobby.
she is. Welcome back, beautiful.
Thanks.
Oh yeah.
I am not doing so well with the technology today.
Well,
Bobby, ask Carly to show you her shirt.
Yeah, let's see your shirt. All right, that's the one from your show you got, right? From the ESPN in the morning.
Bobby,
right?
let's see your shirt.
Yeah, let's see your
I
unit.
only-
What's the birthday outfit?
Yeah, Bobby, stand up. Let's get the U-neck.
No,
Oh, do you want to see?
Oh, wait, you got a collar on. You're getting fancy today.
I
You
know.
popping your collars?
Look what Tom.
I said it first, Nick.
Tom
Tommy
is a gentleman and a
this.
scholar.
Tom Ace
Tommy
is
brought
fantastic.
me this.
Oh, you got it? Let me see everything.
Yeah, Decker.
How about Decker's wife, right, Bobby?
Okay, I gotta ask you a question, Nick. Do you know who his wife was?
She's a country singer with
Yeah,
a
what's her
very
name? You know,
Jesse Decker.
Mrs. Decker.
Carly,
Jesse
do you
James
know who it
Decker.
is?
Yes, of course.
I got a
I
pair
love
of shorts. We won't fit my fat ass. I'll tell you that.
I love that Bobby's
Let me see.
perpetually moving in slow motion.
I give it to my brother. He should be fitting in these.
Let me see what else you got. I gave Tom your address because he asked.
It's like Zack Snyder directed Bobby Midnight.
Which my brother should fit into this. I give him this.
Is that shorts? What is that?
Yeah, my
Just
fat
have
ass
your
won't
shorts.
fit it.
Listen,
The
Jake.
parachute,
use
Jake,
the
a parachute.
yours.
Okay,
I know,
Carly.
right? And then he got me this one. This is a nice one too.
Put it on.
Very
Nice
nice.
of you to show us your
Oh,
attention,
that's nice.
Bobby.
That's
Tom
nice.
Ace is an elite gift giver.
Hell
I
yeah.
know. Isn't Tom a nice guy?
He gave
And then
Bonesy
he
an
sent me a
STD.
card too. I'll show you the card.
He gave Bonesy what?
An STD.
I just wanted to hear you say it again, honestly.
I got no laugh. I didn't know if my mic cut out. Nobody laughed at that.
If
I didn't
Bobby
hear it.
was
That's a good
talking
line.
over you.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I got my birthday card too.
Show Tom is saying in the chat, show the card.
Yeah, we got you had a birthday. What was I thinking? Where was my head? I missed
It
your
was
birthday.
nice of
And
it was
boy,
nice of Bobby to show us.
Wait, let him read the card.
I
Let him read
flew
the
right
card.
by me. It's over. Boo-hoo. It's about a cat. And then look at the picture. Ooh.
Ooh.
Look at the picture.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Is that Sarah?
I don't think that. No, I don't think that's Sarah. I don't know who that is. She's a blonde. It is too late to be happy for you. I hope this arrives on time. Wishing you an amazing birthday. Your friend in the chat, Tommy's. P.S. You are awesome. Well,
Tommy's is great. He donated his kidney to me years ago. Great guy.
Good
man. Oh, well, that was very nice. I did expect a beautiful blonde to be in the card.
He gets all these gifts, and the big takeaway is the blonde.
I know. I thanked you for the gifts.
Tom called it
Different
too.
strokes.
He's like, he's gonna love the card more than anything else.
I know. Well, I like this stuff I got too, but
gotta admit,
those
Bobby,
shorts.
I'm kind of impressed the card's not stained yet. Good for you.
That's super.
No, I can't do that anymore. I'm dried
I
up.
meant
as
with
Sierra
cheese from your
Desert.
chicken sandwiches with cheese.
No, I know what you're talking about. I'm not. I know you're not talking about chicken sandwiches. I'm not. I was born on the turkey.
Sometimes barbecue sauce. You don't want to. You don't want
No, that's not what you're talking about. I can't do it anymore because I'm all dried up.
Whoa.
I'm like the Sierra Desert.
Let's just say he sealed the envelope with something other than slime.
This is getting wild. It's almost after midnight. Chaos, I can't believe you're still on, pal. You're a great guy. I love you,
I
Chaos.
stayed for you, man. I stayed for you. I haven't seen you in a long time, Bobby.
I know. I haven't seen you in a long time. But how you know I was going to be on? I was talking to Nick for like 20 minutes in Discord. He finally gave me the Discord thing to get in.
I just figured that if you hang around this channel long enough, you're gonna bump into Bobby.
Yeah, once I saw Carly get on, I had to get on. Then Jake got on. Then I was even surprised. Then.
Oh yeah.
What a surprise.
Well, I took a 3-hour nap, so I'm all ready to go.
Yeah, Jake had to run into the other room so he didn't pop up on Carly's
But
camera.
I saw Claim to Fame, the new show. It's a great show called Claim to Fame. And the idiot won the game. I can't believe this guy cheated the whole game to get to the place he was. I think they should have kicked his butt right out of there. He was cheating. He asked people, "Oh, give me a clue, give me a clue, give me a clue, give me a clue." It was a good show.
What are you talking about?
It's called Claim to Fame. It's an ABC game show.
I thought it was the story of your life, just getting on Jake's show, and that's your claim to fame.
Oh, I know it was. Hey, Jake, how long did I know you for? How long?
Oscar coming in saying, "Happy birthday, Bobby. I love you very
I
much."
love you, Oscar. Good to crowd too. Jake, how long have I known you for?
I feel like you've been calling the show like 2 years, right?
2 years, really?
2 years.
Has it been
I
longer than
told
that?
you I know you more than that, Nick. I told you I know you more than that.
When was your first call into the show,
That's-
Bob? Do you remember?
A while
Bobby,
ago.
I didn't meet you until like the off season. It was like March when you and I
No, I
finally.
know. I met
connected.
Nick. I met Jake, and then I met you. Okay. Oh, look at Snowball. Snowball.
We're 30 seconds away, folks. I'll
That's
count
it.
us down when we're at 10.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna count it down.
This is like bigger than New Year's.
I know, right?
Feels like New Year's.
New
Bobby,
Year's.
midnight. Midnight.
20
The birthday.
seconds.
15
This year went
seconds.
so fast, though. This year's going fast.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. 10, 9,
9,
8,
8,
7,
7,
6,
6,
My
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Bobby!
What the hell, 24 hours? Oh, thank you. I love you. That's my boy right there, Luke. Luke, you're precious.
Oh.
All right.
What about me?
Happy birthday.
I told him how to do that.
So excited.
Oh, wait a minute. Bring that back.
Super chat coming in from Bobby's wrinkled old man nuts. Happy birthday, Bobby.
You're a wrinkly old man nuts.
Well, Bobby, let's be real. The balls just got another year
I
wrinklier.
love you, Johnny. I love Johnny, too.
Hughes Johnson saying happy birthday, Bobby, using his super chat.
Yeah, I know you, Jackson. He's good. He comes into the chat.
Everyone loves you, Bobby.
I love everybody, too, you know.
Not everybody. You got a few on your shit list. Let's be real.
Oh, I know a few of them. Yeah,
yeah. Where's Bobby's nuts?
I miss Alan though. I really do.
Peter, Johnny Boy, Bonesy saying Bobby's hard.
Oh, I wish I can be. I wish I can.
Jesus, Bobby, freak down.
Too much information, dude.
Sing it, Nick. Sing it, Nick. You got to sing it to me.
All
Bobby,
right.
I have good news for you.
All right, Bobby. Here you go. Brand new song since it's your birthday. Okay. Let me go through the birthday wishes first.
Okay.
Luke got excited.
I know. Luke.
Happy birthday, Bobby from Boomtown. Nathan saying happy birthday from in Grand Junction today.
Where's that? Where's Grand Junction?
Your buddy Knob saying happy birthday.
Wake up, Carly.
I have to go to sleep. It's past my bedtime. It's really
what time do you usually go to bed?
Carly, what are you, like 70 years old? As soon as the ball drops, you go to sleep?
Yeah, it's 24 hours of Bobby celebration time now, baby. You're not going anywhere.
Well, she's tired. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's Jay Quest. Oh, that
read the comment, Bobby.
Yeah, from the Chinese nut fan.
Yeah, Jake, we got to the
no.
Jake, we got to the base of that mystery. Who had the mask on?
You know what?
That's my Jewish friend Jeremy doing the Irish dip. Goodbye, Jeremy, if you're still watching.
No, you know what? He was the guy with the mask on today. He admitted in my chat, Jake. He was the guy with the mask on today.
Jake, I told you. Sherlock
Johnny Boy saying happy birthday. Jake.
Oh, I'm a playboy too.
Kim. Bobby, take one deep breath. Let me get through all the birthday wishes. Take a long, slow, deep breath.
Don't get excited.
Knob says we got to get Bobby a Jets penis pump. Hughes Johnson saying bong hits for the birthday boy.
No, I don't do that anymore. Sorry.
Nick, will there be some stripping involved? Bobby, will you strip for your birthday?
No, thank you. Nobody wants to see my fat ass naked. Woo!
Bobby's salty nuts coming in.
Oh, that's the B guy. I don't like him. Send him packing, please.
He said happy birthday to you and gave a super
I don't care. I don't care. Bobby's salty nuts. I want to even get out of there. No way.
Hank coming in saying happy birthday from the big white north.
Oh, yeah, he's from Canada.
Any truth to the rumor that that's what they ladies used to call you when you get on top, the big white north?
Yeah. And I was a stub muffin back then.
Oh, yeah.
And now you're just the muffin man. No, you didn't want to be
No, you're the muffin man. Be quiet.
All right. Stop yelling at me.
No, you call me the muffin man.
Oh, do you know the muffin man, the muffin man, the muffin man? Oh.
Bobby, any truth to the fact that when you get very excited?
Not that again. Oh, I do you burn that picture. That's horrible.
Oh, here we go.
Bobby, I never took you for a squirter.
I know, right? Bubby, my Bubby. Oh, tell Mrs. Bonesy I had to say hi. They're probably in bed with each other. Hi. He's probably busy now.
Bonesy coming in. How do you stop watching this show?
Oh, you probably have to. Mrs. Bonesy is ordering you to come back to bed. You're gonna go back. You're gonna have some fun tonight.
What do you think they talk about, Bob?
Talking about what?
What do you think Bonesy and his wife discuss?
They're not talking right now.
Why? Trouble.
What do you mean? How do you know? What do you got? Cameras in the house?
But breaking news: the Bonesies are having a falling out with their marriage.
No, they're kind of busy right now.
Swooping in.
I'm only kidding, Bonesy. I love you. Tell Mrs. Bonesy I love her. Can't wait to meet her on
what
camera.
What if he's with Marilyn Monroe right now?
Who?
Jay Quest with a super chat. In 10 years, we're all going to look back and remember where we were when Bobby turned 57.
I know, right? 56. Get it right, Jay Quest. You've been wrong all day long, Jay Quest. Poof. Well, thank you for the $5 gift for Nick. That's very nice to send Nick, because Nick's a great guy. So thank you for the $5.
You're the man, Bobby. All right, here.
Nick is a great guy.
Bob. I bust your balls all the time. You're a great sport about it. But I'm going to tell you, it's your birthday, but the gift to all of us this year has been you. I'm happy that we became friends. I'm happy that we talk. I'm happy that you come on air and entertain everybody. You are an American treasure. I love you. You're one of my best friends, and I wish you nothing but happiness. And I hope in your first year as a Jet fan, you get to experience a Super Bowl.
Well, I hope so for you guys' sake and my brother's sake too. My brother's been since long time.
I love you, pal. I really do.
I love you too.
I love you, Bobby.
I love you. We look at me, Wilson from Home Improvement over there.
Luke,
that's a good show.
You love Bobby.
You show him to him once in my face. Oh, Luke, I love you too.
I swear to God, the dog can bark on cue. The dog can bark on cue. It's fucking amazing.
It's so
I know,
cute.
he's an awesome dog.
What?
He's a
Luke,
good
bark.
No, Daddy's. Oh, there it goes.
I love it.
Daddy gets him. Yeah,
someone else can go. Bobby,
what?
Attack Bobby Salty Nuts in the chat. Go.
Where is it?
He's
Where
in the
is
chat.
Well, I hope the door doesn't kick you in the ass when you leave. Okay, that's all I have to say to you.
I'm the whisperer. I'm the puppet master.
Well, when I don't like people, I always say that to them. I hope the door doesn't kick you in the ass.
Adirondack Fly Guy coming in saying, Bobby, you're a good dude. Enjoy your day. Happy birthday.
All right, Adirondack Fly Guy, you're awesome. You're from New York. You must be from upstate. Are you from the Five Finger Lakes up there?
Isn't that what your nickname was with the ladies back in the day?
Oh, yeah, because I have magic.
Okay, on that note, I'm going to go to bed. Bobby, happy birthday.
Because he waved to everybody, Carly, because he waved to everybody.
Yeah.
Totally.
Well,
Bobby,
you gotta remember,
Carly, calm your freaky down over there. You're getting out of control.
Charlie,
turn it down, Bobby. Turn it down.
You got to sing to me today. Remember, you owe me a song.
I don't know.
Carly.
Stop
Hey,
Carly.
Ray,
You wanted this. You demanded to come on this show. You better sing.
Not now, but on your show, she could sing.
On my show,
Three
I don't
siblings,
want
Jay
her on my
coming in.
show.
I'm not
Happy
going to be
birthday,
on
Bobby.
your show tomorrow anyway.
I'm seeing her in person tomorrow, Bobby. We can't have her on the show as well. It's too much Carly.
Well, thank you very much, Carly. I was sticking up for you today. Yesterday.
What did I need sticking up for from?
Well, I told you said you were busy, so you had to leave, and Jake said, no, you have to stay on.
Yeah, he doesn't listen. He made me late, but it's fine.
Well, you promised to sing to me. Thank you.
I never made such a promise.
You gotta play that back, Jake. We gotta play that back.
We're 8 minutes into his birthday. How do you turn down his first birthday wish of having you sing to him?
Yeah, he's not asking you to flash. He's asking you to sing.
That's the saddest thing I've ever
Sarah
heard.
sang to me this morning. Yes.
Okay, maybe I'll sing to him during the day. My nose is really clogged right now, and I need to go blow it.
All right, say go to bed. I know, go to bed.
If she sings at night, she turns into a gremlin.
Yeah, exactly.
Good point. But Carly, I don't know if you ever met Bobby. Please don't say the words "blow it." You know he gets fucking freaky. We do not want this to turn. Absolutely.
No, we better not do that. No,
yeah, don't say blow it. Just say
good night, Smiley. I hope you sleep good.
I hope you all
Sweet
have
dreams,
a
Carly.
slumber.
Good night, Carly.
Good night. Thank you for coming
Say
on.
good night to me. That's so rude. You're the only one who didn't say anything.
Hey, everyone's talking. Get over yourself. Calm down. Good night.
Goodbye. where you're sleeping. The guys.
Look at that. The chat wants it.
Yeah.
Not now, us. The ground's
Wow.
when she
Wow.
wakes up.
You know what I need for
I'll
your
say,
birthday?
I'll
Bob?
say goodnight
I
to
need
you if you
eardrum.
sing happy birthday to Bobby.
The last
Good move, Jake. Good move.
The last
She's
time I
tired.
sang on YouTube was the alphabet because somebody paid for it.
She's tired
All right.
now.
Are you
She's
saying that we
tired.
gotta have
Okay,
people?
I'm gonna
do
sing,
the
and you
thing?
guys are all gonna leave me alone. Okay? How does that
All right,
sound?
hold on.
Full screen.
Wait,
Full
wait, wait.
screen.
No,
Hold
no,
on,
please
hold
don't
on.
make
Really
full
zoom in
screen.
on her.
No,
She needs
no, no.
Here, I'm gonna leave you and Bobby, and you sing to Bobby.
No,
Oh,
put her on full screen. Come on, don't embarrass her.
I can't go full screen, Bobby. We need to see your
Not
reaction.
full screen. I'm leaving her with you, Bob. But you gotta mute yourself so she can sing. Don't you know your
All
own
right.
rules?
Yeah, I know my old rule. Yeah.
I hope Lowski is not watching, and if he is, this is the time to mute. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bobby. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Everyone come back, please.
Yay!
Yeah.
I didn't
Well
just
done,
clip
Bob.
that at
Well
all.
done.
Look at Jake with his phone up in the air.
Were you
take
just
that?
recording? You're so mean to me.
Oh, be nice. She's a nice girl. She promised, and she.
I didn't clip that at all.
Why
I
was it
promise.
bad? I was capturing a historic moment. I never wanted to forget it.
You're the
Yeah.
worst.
You know, you got to give that to Gator probably.
No, Gator already has this whole show recorded. I don't need to do anything.
Gator is not a fan of me. He will not be.
Yeah,
fan-
you.
Gator's
never
first
doing
me
about
like,
Gator,
damn it,
man.
the show's still going on.
I'm pretty sure today Gator said that a ham sandwich knows more about the Jets than I do. So that's.
Oh, that was nice. You know your Jets. Don't worry about it.
Oh, sure. Big.
I think you know about the Jets. I'm pretty sure you know about the Jets.
Jake,
I think you made a good point.
Jake, any truth to the rumor that you're gonna sing "Happy Birthday" to Bobby?
I'm going to save it for the show tomorrow, but I mean, I could do it now too if you want.
No,
you're
Good
a
night,
capel
everyone.
fish.
Love
That's
you all.
why,
Happy
Jake. You're a
birthday, Bob.
capel fish.
Capelfish.
You're a capel fish.
Is that what
Right,
Bobby
Bob?
called it?
Well, Nick has to sing to me too. It's his show. Let's go sing.
Did Carly
I was
leave or
gonna
she's
go last.
backstage?
I'm being a gracious host. I was letting everybody go first and end with me.
Okay. Jake, do you want to sing to me or on your show?
Do you want it twice or do you want just one performance on my
You
show?
can
He's
do
a
it
freak. He
once.
wants it multiple times. He wants it.
You want-
multiple
No, I could do it once. That's fine.
All right, Jake. If you want to do it once, I'll let you wait for your show. Okay, Jake.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll
I'll give you a little teaser though. Happy birthday to you. That's all I'm gonna say.
Whoa.
Okay.
Look at those pipes.
I'm like a mislead.
Jake,
Okay,
that was
Nick,
funny.
it's your turn.
What?
Who, me?
I know
Did
you
Carly
can't see
leave?
him through all the fog, but Weed is here.
Did she Irish goodbye? She just left.
She might have.
GL goodbye and bounced.
No,
Well,
she
did
said
sing to
goodnight.
him, so.
She said goodnight. She did her job.
Bobby, I don't sing. Okay, I just do backgrounds.
All right, that's fine. No, next time just sing to me.
I will smoke weed with you when I see you, though.
No, I can't smoke weed anymore.
I will get you high secondhand.
No, you're not. Yeah, secondhand you might.
I will slip a gummy in one of your snacks.
Bobby,
Well-
any truth that secondhand used to be the request you'd make to the Asian masseuse?
No, I don't do Asian. Sorry. No Asian, please.
Look, one hand is great, but can I request?
Don't joke and make it like awful.
No Asian.
One hand is great, but you think I could get
And
a
Mr. Bones, he better not bring that up anymore. He's married to a beautiful lady. Mr.
Oh, look
Bones.
at Bobby
Oh,
celebrating.
what's that? Is that Al?
What?
It looks like Al. Oh, I thought that was Al with his what's it call it?
Ladies and
It's Al
gentlemen,
Bobby.
we get to the next tier of
Yeah.
emojis. We will make that Bobby birthday emoji a thing on the channel. That will be the next emoji.
Now you gotta make me. You
are-
gotta let me
That
think
looks
it better
like
before
Al
you do that.
from Al from Home Improvement, doesn't it? With his checkerboard shirt, his plaid shirt.
We are 28 away. If we get
What's
28
that
more,
one called? What's that
28
one?
more channel memberships, we will
Oh,
have.
that's a Nick. That's a
that-
Nick request.
That was
Oh,
when
I
I met Chuck
remember that
Zito.
one.
That was Chuck Zito punching me in the face. I had him put your face on Chuck Zito.
No, I remember that one.
Good times.
Okay, where's your scene? Let's go, Nick. You're up.
Oh, Jake gifted a membership. We are now 27 away.
Who got it?
The Bobby birthday emoji.
Was it
Hell
Chaos?
yeah. Bobby, happy birthday. I'll celebrate your birthday more tomorrow on my show. Nicholas, thank you for having me. Jeremy,
Jake, it was a pleasure.
Wonderful human. Mr. Weed, keep up the great work. The
I'll
chat.
see you tomorrow, Jake.
We couldn't have done it without you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great sultry singing sounds of Jake Asman, everyone.
Have a good night, everybody.
That
America.
was a tease.
The three things I love the most.
God bless you, Jake. And I cannot wait till we start our group chat of Talking Jets, and we will rub it in all their faces.
What day is that?
Hey,
when
Bobby.
you start on that show? What?
Thank you,
Three
Jake.
things I love the most: America, the New York Jets, and Bobby Midnight.
And I love you
Oh,
too,
yeah.
Jake.
Oh, mic drop.
Who
Look at
got
how
that?
you
Did Chaos get
That
it?
kid is a pro. He is a pro.
No, Jake's membership went to Big Islander fan who was in here before. Big
All
Islander
right.
fan.
Okay, now it's your turn to sing to me.
I was going to wait for tomorrow. You want me to do it now?
Today is tomorrow anyway, so today's
Oh,
my
look at
birthday.
you dropping. Look at you being poetic. Reed, he just dropped some fucking poetry on me. He's like,
fucking
"Today
got
is
you
tomorrow."
there. Now you
Well,
got
if
no
you
choice.
wanna
Now you
wait
got to
till
say.
10 o'clock tonight, I could wait till 10 o'clock, okay?
All right. You
That
want
was
it
a
tonight?
checkmate if I ever heard it.
Do you want it tonight?
No, wait. Tonight, it's already my birthday. It's not tonight. It's the same
All right,
day.
I'm saying, do you want me to sing now or do you want me to wait till?
I'll wait till 10 o'clock for you, okay?
All right. I'll tell you what. I planned on singing. I didn't know you were going to come on tonight. I will sing to you, but I'm not giving you the Marilyn Monroe. The Marilyn Monroe I'm saving for tomorrow. Okay.
All right.
All right. I'm going to do what I do when I'm at the kids and it's one of their birthdays or, you know, my mom or my sister, my nephew. I feel that when everyone sings happy birthday, they do it. Happy birthday to you. They don't put anything into it. I go full opera. I do opera. So I don't know if you know about that.
I fall asleep.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bobby. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
Okay, I like the Marilyn Monroe one better.
That's because you want to get freaky.
No, I just like opera. I think opera is boring music. Put me
No,
to sleep.
Hawk, I have standards. I thought that, you know, my daughter growing up, maybe the Marilyn Monroe would have worked.
I'm not gonna lie, Nick. When you said I'm gonna do it the way I do it when I'm around kids, I was gonna say sell from about 100 yards away.
Yes.
How's your kids doing anyway? How's Nick and you
I don't know if you guys know this, but I have very good vocal range. Thank you, Bobby's Wrinkled Old Nuts, for saying, listen to Pavarotti.
No, be quiet, Bobby's wrinkled old man.
Yeah, I don't want to be talked to by Bobby's Wrinkled Old Nuts. I'd rather
Nick,
have
you
Bobby's.
do have the voice of an angel.
Wait,
Kick
what?
him out of the chat. I don't like his attitude.
No, I'm not
You don't
kicking
like his
anyone out
name.
of my chat. Stop.
Well, if he comes to my chat, he's gonna get his butt kicked out.
You gotta call him boy.
Are you saying that if he comes, you're going to throw him out?
I'm gonna
Just like some mom used to do to people.
Bobby, you're perhaps going to throw him out in a Jets towel or a sock? There is no way in the world that this show is getting monetized for commercials.
Well, it's after hours.
Can't take you anywhere, Nick.
Paver Potty. Yes,
Uh-huh.
Jets worldwide. Paver
Are
Potty.
you ready for Boomtown yet? You look tired, my pal.
I am tired. I
Are
got
you ready for the big
hungry.
announcement from Boomtown?
You know what? I'll leave it up to you. It's your birthday. If you want to hang out, I'll hang out more.
It is
No,
your
I
birthday.
need
Holy shit.
my rest too. You know, me and you need our rest. We're not getting any younger. I'm ready.
I don't want to end the show and I get an alert that you're live. Like,
No,
I
I'm
want
not
you to
going
go to
live.
bed
I
to
was really
yourself.
kidding about that. I'll do it after Jake's show, and then I'll do 2 shows, and then I'll do your show. Take a nap after my
Jake's second show ends at 6, and then you go on till 8. Are you gonna sleep and wake up? Because sometimes you go to bed and you don't ever wake up from that nap.
No, maybe I'll just do 1 show. Maybe 1 show.
Yeah, and maybe take a nap after Jake's second show, and then we'll have fun. You know,
that's a better idea.
I'll tell you right now.
We got a fun night for you.
I think tomorrow is going to be one of the best shows that I've ever done, and I'm looking forward to it on your birthday.
I'm excited. I heard that, like you. I heard what you said about me. I won't talk about only 15 minutes about Jet stuff.
Oh no,
I heard that.
Yeah, I was joking. Listen, when you and me get together, like it's gonna be. I would be very, very proud tomorrow if you and I put out a great Jets content show, because you and I always goof around together. We always get funny. The freaky always gets turned up.
Yeah,
I think it would be something different if we delivered an outstanding Jets show.
Remember, I go way back before you do. I go back in the Gaston days. I go back in Richard Todd days. Were you alive when Richard Todd played?
Say that again.
Were you alive when Richard Todd played?
I was alive, but I wasn't remembering football.
Okay, yeah. I remember Todd.
I think 84 Marcus Allen Super Bowl run against
the my God, yes, I remember that.
Whatever it was. That's the first Super Bowl that I remember.
Do you remember that Thanksgiving when the Jets played the Raiders? It was me and my brother were coming back from Florida, and then they played a Sunday night game, and then the Raiders kicked their butt that night. Remember?
We've got our butts kicked a lot, Bob.
Jerry Rice.
Yeah, you gotta be a lot more specific than that.
It was Jerry Rice on the Raiders, remember?
Yep.
That game was horrible. Okay, what did we learn today, guys?
Bobby, any truth to the rumor that in your 56th year on Earth, we will finally get the 24-hour Bobby stream?
Yes, because I'm going to get better. Did Jay ask for that again? Jay?
No.
Because he always asks me, what are you doing the 20?
It wasn't Jay. It was just some guy with 3 siblings.
No, Jay always asks me every time.
It wasn't Jay. It was just some guy with 3 siblings. It wasn't Jay.
That's Jay.
No, it's not. Jay is Jay.
Jay is 3 siblings. Yeah, that's
How
Jay.
can he be 3 siblings? He's only one person.
That's Jay. Bobby. That is Jay. I know Jay. Okay, let's go what we learned today, because my pal's getting tired. His eyes are tired.
I learned that I love Bobby even more than I did before from Abe.
Oh, thank you, Abe. I appreciate that. That was very heartful.
You know what? Here's my first gift to you.
Yeah.
You get to read all the What Did We Learns.
All right, that's good. I can read.
Ooh.
If I don't see it,
I'll put them on screen as they come in.
Yeah, but if I don't like the person, I won't read it. Okay.
No, we're not doing that. We're not judging people.
Okay. Oh yeah, they judge me with my Bobby.
All right. You said you don't like Hank. Right?
Yeah, we learned that Jeremy.
Wait, Bobby. Wait. You said you don't like Hank in Canada, right?
Oh, I like Hank. Yeah, I do.
No, that's not what you texted me privately.
I like Hank.
You were like, Canada, we gotta nuke them and get them off the world.
Hey, that's like me. We learned that Jeremy used to like both the Jets and the Giants.
Those goddamn Canucks.
Jeremy used to like the Giants.
We learned that Bobby wants to nuke Canada. That's what I learned tonight.
He used to like the Giants too, Jeremy. I could still be a Giants
as a kid.
Oh well.
All right, here we go. Tom Ace.
I learned all of Bobby's wishes will come true. I hope.
Correct. I learned that backwards Bobby hat is one of my favorite people on earth.
Yeah, Jake don't let me.
Jake Quest. Can you thank Jake Quest for changing his name back? He's no longer Bobby's right nut.
About time. I learned that Bobby is super sensitive about his nuts. What about if I named your thing, Johnny Boy? I learned that Bobby is turning his freaky all the way up today. Baby, yeah, Johnny. Yes, my friend, Johnny.
Boom, thoughts and prayers. Boom, thoughts and prayers.
Woo, Bobby wants to nuke Canada. No, I don't want to nuke Canada.
How about Western Canada?
Bobby definitely wants to nuke Canada.
Town lives. He lives in Ottawa, right?
Oh, I'm going to read this one, Bobby. Kim learned that Nick sings opera and has a beautiful voice.
Well, he does have a beautiful voice.
He has the voice of an angel.
sleep.
Bobby, hold on, Bobby.
Yeah.
Hey Kim, what's up?
How you doing?
How you doing, Kim?
Are you Nick's age? Are you like 40?
Age is just a number, Bob. Just like you told us you were turning 56, 57, and 58 this year. We're all confused. Nobody knows how old you actually are.
Nick actually is very good at opera. Nick is very good at opera. He actually has a 12-hour reel of him singing on YouTube. It's just 12 hours of him singing, and I fall asleep to it every night.
Nabi says, I learned that Jeremy is never going to give me Star Trek toy, and that Nick really only wants to end the show because he's about to shit himself again. Oh my God, what does that mean?
You must have not watched the show. I learned that Bobby doesn't watch my show, but somehow gets
I
alerts.
thought I was napping. I just woke up. What happened?
My stomach got upset tonight.
I told you that was Jay. I learned that Bobby is the man, and I'm waiting for Bobby to let me take him to his strip club and get sponge baths. Happy birthday, 24-hour stream. Okay. Yes, Jay. How many times do I have to tell you that?
Hey,
yes.
No arguing with anyone during What Did We Learn?
I learned that when it comes to weight loss, Ozempic is the shit. Happy birthday, Bobby. Is that really?
Yeah, you gotta try Lizzo.
That's what you take?
Yes.
You can read this, please.
I learned Bobby's nuts are. Go ahead.
Okay, I learned Bobby's nuts are extra salty. Extra salty.
Well, that's kind of like a fairy thing to say.
Like coarse sea salt salty.
Clancy said, we learned that Nick's toilet had a hole blown through it.
Yeah, that's Nick's way of nuking Canada.
Mr. Bonesy said, I learned that Ozempic gives me bubble guts.
It'll do that.
I learned, Tommy says, I learned that Nick is always this close to shit himself in day 3 after taking an Ozempic pill. I thought it was a shot, though. It's a pill now?
It is a shot. Look at you, Bob. He's smarter than Tom Ace, who doesn't show his face. Look at you, Bob. Genius.
Well, he gave me a present. We got to be nice to Tom.
I just love the name Tom Ace.
You can't make fun of him for that.
Well, I saw his face. I saw a picture of his face.
I just love the name Tom Ace.
Bobby, did you ever see the movie Wayne's World?
Yes.
All right. Now you have to say this last word like they say it in Wayne's World.
I learned that Nick has a beautiful soul and a way with his words. Swing.
Hell yeah, Bobby.
How's that?
It's my birthday. Thank you, Johnny. I feel like it's my birthday.
When is your birthday anyway?
I am wait, what's today?
Bobby's very old man.
What's today? Today's the 29th now, right? I was yesterday. I was the 28th.
Well, you didn't tell me it was your birthday. I owe you a birthday song.
That's all right. It's about you. I didn't want to take away from your birthday.
You can read this, guys. I don't want to read.
Oh, wait. What was it? I missed it. I learned that a little cocoa butter will go a long ways, making me less wrinkled and old looking. It's true. A little cocoa butter.
You probably look like old wrinkled old man nuts.
Cocoa butter does wonders.
Bobby, you're arguing with your own nuts. Don't yell at your own nuts.
Well, he probably looks like his face looks like a wrinkly old man.
Is that why your head's always down? So you're looking down, yelling at your
nuts?
No.
I say that this guy's face looks like a wrinkly old man nuts.
Peter learned.
I learned that Bobby's birthday is today. Peter, that's Sala's face. Tom Ace says, Nick, I told you I'm playing with my trains and kite. I know that. Mr. Burnsy, I learned absolutely nothing about the Jets tonight. That's for sure. Yes, you did. They talked about the Jets whole show. What are you talking about?
I thought you were napping.
I know. I saw. I speed it up. I didn't watch the whole.
He did get here a little late, though. I mean,
yeah.
He was busy. I told you he was busy doing something.
Yeah, I learned that Bonesy doesn't watch the whole show. How about that, Bonesy?
Tell
him, Bobby. Tell him. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
I don't blame him. He was probably busy, right, Mr. Bonesy, getting it on. That's
Bobby, you need to stop making excuses for these assholes.
Okay, Jake Quest, if I get you a present tomorrow, what kind of present is that?
What kind of present?
Wait a
Depends.
minute.
It depends.
Chaos tried. Dude, I did a 2-hour interview.
Yes.
I interviewed Jeremy about the Jets, and then we talked about the roster.
Yeah.
That got us to the 2-hour mark.
I think Chaos did pretty good on his first time.
I'll take responsibility when I put up that fat bastard thing. It kind of went downhill.
Yes. Johnny, thanks for sticking up for me. I appreciate that.
All right. You ready?
Yeah, is that Boomtown? Boomtown usually does 3 of them sometimes. It depends on how much he writes. Is he what's that thing called? The quality? What the heck, Nick? Happy birthday. Yeah, you never told us you turned your birthday yesterday.
I did.
You didn't tell me.
Bobby, we're best friends. Don't you think it makes sense that our birthdays are the day next to one another?
No, because I didn't sing happy birthday to you. You want me to sing happy birthday to you now?
Oh, screw you, Barney.
What?
Nick, no one watches the whole show. It's like 19 hours long. I think Knob, Clancy, Tom Ace.
Barney Miller, let's go back into the police station and lock yourself into the.
Why are you yelling at everybody?
Because
it's
he's
your
picking
birthday,
on
Bobby.
you.
You gotta be nice.
He's picking on you.
He's my buddy.
Oh, he's your buddy? Okay, Barney Miller, you got, I think. You got to pass.
Bobby, you're like an attack pit
Not
bull.
learn that Bobby prefers unsalted nuts.
Okay, Ella, laugh out loud. Nick, you guy talked about Jet stuff, but the chat is such hot fire, I can't do both. Well, you are hot fire tonight, Mr. Bonesy. You are on fire.
Here, Bobby, read this.
I learned that Chaos held it down while Nick stretched out his booty hole like Alexis Texas. Who's Alexis Texas?
Like Sasha Grey.
Who's Alexis Texas? Bobby, one of the birthday gifts I have for you is that when we end the show, you Google Alexis Texas.
Why is she hot?
You'll thank him later.
Alexis Texas.
Let's just say, Bobby, that
you're in for a world of.
If I could give you something in real life that was similar to Alexis Texas, it would be like one of Jay Quest's trains going into a tunnel.
Where is she from? New York?
Is that good weed?
Huh?
Well, she's from Oklahoma.
Oh, I thought it was. Okay, let's see what she looks
Bobby,
like.
have you ever dropped a
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Kind of hot looking.
Tom Ace, I loved every minute of the show. Thank you, sir.
See, Tom Ace is a nice guy, isn't he?
Guys, my birthday was not yesterday. I was just messing with Bobby. I feel bad.
Okay,
Did anybody believe you?
Birthday?
Wait. I thought only Bobby believed you.
When is your real birthday?
Tomorrow.
You're not kidding around with me, are you?
August 30th, 1978.
I saw it on Facebook, Bobby. It's real.
I'll see you till tomorrow, then. No, I love you.
It's tomorrow.
Okay, who's next?
Barney. I completely disagree with this. I think the women of this channel would disagree with this.
Yeah.
And I think the name of NSFW would be Nick Shine's Freaky Women. That's what it stands for. The women love this channel, and we love the women who watch this channel.
Yeah, Carly came on.
Also, Kim, I still stand by my sup from earlier.
Oh, no, we're talking about Barney. Addison loves this show.
Where's your friend that comes in? Allison hasn't been on today, huh? Your friend Allison.
Oh, I haven't seen Allison in a minute. She pops in like in spurts. She'll probably be coming back as the season starts.
Yeah, but she's very nice to you.
Stop.
You look like Boomtown. Are you ready for the big announcements?
Bobby.
What?
You have to stop equating people being nice by the level of or the amount of super chats that they give. Everyone is nice. Everyone supports the channel. Don't equate that. You've been doing that. I've caught on with that. Don't do that. It's not nice.
All right,
don't make people feel guilty if they donate on one show and they don't donate on another. That's not nice.
I won't do that. I won't do that anymore.
You do that. You snap a little bit, and that's not cool. Don't make people feel guilty.
Well, I didn't even know John. He gave me money today. I don't even know John. That was a nice thing.
Johnny Boy? That cheap fuck?
No, it wasn't Johnny Boy. It was John. Okay, let's read the rest. So you got to go to bed. You're tired.
Bobby does have a knack of guilt tripping people.
Yep. Bird Dog, I learned that Bobby has a do not like list. And I'm on. No, I like you, Bird Dog. I love you. Not in the bathtub, though. When you come in the bathtub, oh, no.
I'm more afraid my wife will listen in.
Oh. Why? She smack you in the head for that?
Hey, now. Some people pay for that service.
I know,
I'm
right?
one of them.
That's.
Why, you marry weed?
He's married to weed. Yes.
I thought you were saying
you can't fit it.
Breaking news, guys.
He's got no time for a female.
Do you see Craig's new movie, Anaconda?
What about the movie Anaconda?
Do you see Craig's new movie?
Very good point.
We already know we are.
I got it. We already know that we are entertaining. We're cool. It's funny. Girls that can't handle this would not be on here.
I know.
That's why I love the females that are here.
Kim,
go ahead, Bob. Just talk over me. Go ahead.
I wanted to ask her if she's from New York. Do you work in the City Field?
Mrs. Weed Miller.
Do you work at City Field, Kim?
Why City Field? Where did that come from?
Well, I just got to ask her a question. I know it came from if she does work in City Field. Well, it used to be came from Mexico. But Kim, you're not from you don't work at
from Jersey? Oh, hold on. I'm from Jersey.
Oh, no, Jersey. Okay.
Bobby, don't make me mute you. Where in Jersey? Notice how my voice changes, Bob, when I talk to the ladies.
Puts that boyfriend voice on.
Yeah, what's up? Where in Jersey?
Your voice.
Thank you. You like that, Bobby? You want me to talk to you like this all night tomorrow?
No, you can talk to the girls like that, not me.
Nick sounds like one of those guys from Boys to Men.
Yes, this is what you live in New York. You know Joe.
You live in New York. You know Joe. Barney Miller, are you from New York too?
He is. I think he's Mr. Manhattan.
Oh, really, Mr. Manhattan? Okay. So, did we get the Boomtowns yet?
We did not. Boomtown. If you are ready, I'll leave it up to you. If you're gonna hang out and watch more Boom, you can wait. But if you're like, I'm afraid of Bobby dropping a nuke on Canada, and we need to get the family to the bomb shelter.
No, I love Boomtown. I love Hank.
Dropping a nuke on Canada is my new favorite way of saying taking a shit.
Why would I ever say I don't like Canada for?
Yes, for now on, when Ozempic hits, I have to nuke Canada.
I gotta drop a nuke on Canada, boys. Sorry.
Deal.
I'm not your buddy, friend.
All right, so is he ready? You look tired, Nick.
All right, here you go, Bobby. For your birthday, you can read Boomtown. What did we learn?
Okay, Boomtown says, I learned Germany's face makes non-moist. Big bellies provide an excellent buffer zone. Between lips touching, Nick needs to work on his Brooklyn Jewish accent.
I thought I nailed it. I really did.
Well, I don't know.
I thought it was very. Wait, hold on. Don't read yet. I thought it was very like stereotypical, over the top, and that's the best part. Because whenever I go, you guys know this. I do it on the show. Like I'll do voices, I'll do characters, and when I call Jeremy, sometimes I call and I talk like if I'm in New York.
Yeah, right. No, I understand.
Bonus. Go ahead, Bobby. Bonus.
At the end of the day, Dan Marino was the right pick, right, Nick? Jake is an efficient and frugal super chatter. What if they could penetrate the gap in the middle? Top 10 Nick Shine quote.
Read. All right. What if they can penetrate the gap up the middle?
Oh, you wanted to? Okay, got you.
Very good.
That used to be my ringtone.
Double bonus.
Double bonus.
Full body highs.
Hold on. Boomtown up to quadruple bonus. This is just a preview of what you're going to get on the Thursday Night Throwdown, hosted by myself and co-hosted by my best friend, Bobby Midnight, tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah, that's tomorrow. Yes.
The birthday boy.
Today. Well, technically, you're the one that said
Today.
tomorrow. Today.
Yeah, it's today, I mean. Okay, are we ready to read that?
Go.
Double bonus. Full body hives might actually be a turn on for many members of the chat. Everything is poison. Lizzo does not deserve Charles. When you're talking Jets group chat, laundry break.
The laundry did have to go too, but I had to go. The laundry had to go to the dryer, and I had to go.
No, he has to get ready for work tomorrow.
Two birds, one stone, man.
You know what? I agree. Lizzo does not deserve
bonus. Nick
Wait,
has
Bobby,
a
wait. Don't talk over him. All right. Triple bonus coming in from the great Boomtown in the bomb shelter.
Nick has a love-hate relationship with all of us. Nick lost at least 5 pounds during
Libs,
tonight's
5 libs.
Libs. Well, pounds during tonight's show. Discord app, eat McDonald's app. Eat. If you don't cough, you don't get love. Is that true? Is that true, Weed? Is that true, Weed?
If you don't cough, you don't get off. That's such a good line. That might be the quote of the night, Boom. Not the penetrating the gap. All right, quadruple bonus. Go ahead.
He's
Bob.
not wrong.
Nick Shine, zookeeper extraordinaire. Bobby moves in perpetual slow motion. Happy birthday from the Chinese Nut family. Happy birthday, Bobby Magic Fingers Midnight.
Show them, Bob. Show them.
You ever see the movie, what's that? It's a cheerleader movie.
Bring it on, Bobby. Jazz hands. I know what you're talking about.
Spirit Fingers. You know Spirit Fingers?
Of course I know Spirit Fingers.
Bobby.
What movie was that from?
What do you think? Will Reddick
Bring it
sign
on.
his birthday?
I don't know. That guy's a retard. He should have started already. He's a dumbass.
That was definitely not getting monetized. In fact, you might even be getting fined.
I think he should have signed already. His what's it called? I learned that named Kim who watched Nick's channel. My City Field. Well, I know the Kim. Okay, Marley Miller. I thought it was the same Kim I knew.
That's great. That's fucking great.
It could have been her.
You are a
legend.
Boom, you are fucking great. Barney, that's fantastic.
Funny,
I love how Nick flirts while totally disregarding she was present for his multiple rectal explosions.
Oh my
Murdoch, I don't know if you're aware of this, but I'm sure Kim and every woman ever knows that everybody poops. It's a children's book.
That's not true.
Yeah.
Kim Jong-un doesn't poop.
I think that Kim and any other female would be happy to know that when someone did have to go to the bathroom, they got up and went and didn't sit here and do it in their pants. So Murdoch,
that's
on me.
Yeah, you gotta really move it.
On my poo-poo.
Nick, Kim Jong-un doesn't poop.
Happy birthday, buddy. Can't wait to hang with all you again tomorrow night. Good night, chat.
Bobby.
Good night, Boom.
Good night,
Will you dance for the chat for your birthday? If I start playing music right now, will you just get up and dance a little bit?
Maybe tomorrow, later. Maybe later.
No, we're talking just tomorrow.
Come on, Bobby, do it.
No, I'm not in the mood for
And
dance.
just to be clear, if there's a couple people out there that don't poop, I did your share tonight.
Well, if you have to go poop, go poop. Maybe you have to.
I'm
maybe-
probably empty till Friday. I'm good.
Maybe you should stop taking that Ozempic. It's not good for you. Why you take that for? I'm so crazy when watching the Jets that I keep one special time to use my spirit fingers when I'm trying to get the other team to miss a field goal.
Me and Nikki will go up and use something to blow the field goal kick.
Yeah, I don't think
I've done that.
I don't think he uses his spirit fingers to do that. I think he's talking about something else.
I've done that plenty of times.
Sorry, Kim. It's a part of life. I'm sorry that the chat tried to make me feel bad about myself.
He had to go to the bathroom. What's the big deal?
The chat is mean to me, Bobby. Yell at the chat and tell them stop being mean to Nick.
Stop being mean to my friend Nick, or else you have to let the dog kick in the ass.
Yeah, Nick, you see how he threw my friend Nick in there? That's why Bobby's a real motherfucker.
Yeah.
He didn't just say Nick. He said my friend Nick.
And I sticked up for Charles when that moron came on that show that time.
Moron. Very good, Bobby.
Kim, they're not being nice to me. Can you DM me later and help me get through this emotional distress?
Come on, he needs some Kim in his life.
He needs some Kim.
I just want free tickets to Citi Field.
I know. I don't think he works there. I don't think it's the same Kim.
Just kidding. I'd never go to Citi Field.
Well, I never saw Citi Field. I would like to see that. I do miss Shea Stadium, though. I miss the old Shea Stadium.
Hey, Luke, bark.
Luke,
are you still there? Oh, hi, baby. I love Luke.
Damn it, Weed. At least mute yourself if you're giving a cue.
No. He loves his daddy. That's why. That's his daddy.
I had to wake him up. I had to wake him up to do it. I don't need a cue. Look, watch, right?
Yeah, but he's a good dog. Oh, look, we love you. You know that we love you.
All right.
My cat loves you, too.
All right, Weed. Thank you so much. You're the man.
Love you guys.
Love you too, buddy.
Yeah, we're getting tired. That's the old men are getting tired, right?
Bobby.
Yeah, thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming on, man. You are loved by the people. Everybody loves you. And you deserve a day to be praised, to be thanked. You put a lot of smiles on a lot of people's faces.
Yeah.
You are very unique, awesome human being. And I hope you get nothing but happiness and joy, not just today, but every day of the entire year, my friend.
Well, I agree. I want to say the same thing to you when your birthday is. I sing to you.
You missed it. My birthday was yesterday.
No, you said it's the 30th.
It's October 18th. That's my real birthday.
Okay, I'll sing October 18th then.
Yeah, October 18th is my birthday.
I'll sing to you then. That's almost near Halloween.
What if I'm not on?
Are you going hot? Well, I'll sing to you anyway. You come on my show.
All right.
And then are you going to the Halloween game?
I'm going. Me and Nikki have tickets with Jake's group.
Oh, I thought Nikki couldn't go to Halloween game.
He can't go to the home opener.
Oh, right. I got those two mixed up. Yeah, that's right.
That's
It's his football thing, right?
Yes.
If he misses it.
Did you Google Alexis, Texas yet?
Yeah, she's blonde. She's a hot blonde. Not bad looking.
Yeah. She's got a really bad temper.
Like me.
Yes. Some might say she's anal. You should probably Google her temperament with Alexis, Texas being anal.
Now we know he's getting tired. He's talking like me. He's
Yes.
horny. He's getting all horny now. He's tired. He's getting shy. Look at him. He's blushing now. He's tired.
I don't know why I don't know why that fucking thing disappears right there. That's so stupid. I hate you.
Well, I like my hat like this. Jake says on my show you got to turn it around. Then Carly says I should turn it this way.
I think backwards hat Bob. You know what? Maybe backwards hat Bobby's just a nighttime thing. Maybe.
No, during the day it's good too. I wear it on my show. I got a lot of money for today from that John. I don't know who the guy is, but he's a great guy.
All right.
You need your sleep.
Yeah.
I need my sleep. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, that was so depressing to hear.
I know. You've been off 3 hours, almost 4 hours now, kid.
Oh my Lord.
I know. You got to get some sleep for tomorrow. Well, at least you don't go into late, right?
Yeah. I got to
You
wake
hear
up
what they had to do in Connecticut today? The kids got left go at school today early because it was too hot. In Connecticut, they started school today. That was so stupid. You should start after Labor Day. That's how I used to go in my school.
Yeah.
Doesn't your kids go after Labor Day?
They start next Wednesday. That's their first
Yeah,
day.
that's after Labor Day, right? Or second day after Labor Day. Because Labor Day is Monday.
Yeah, their first day is next Wednesday, the 4th.
Do you see how it's getting darker earlier now?
Did see what?
It gets darker earlier now.
Every day. I'm getting
I
mad at
know.
football.
Well, I know it's football coming up, but then the days suck, and then winter comes. Oh, it's horrible.
Barney, he's doing good. He's cleared. I think they're just going to take it easy with him this week since he wasn't there for like the game plan implementation, and next week he'll have his regular role back at tight end. I don't think they're doing too much this week with the game plan.
He plays tight end.
Yep. You know who doesn't play tight end?
Who?
Alexis Texas.
What about Kuntz? He doesn't play tight end either. Kuntz.
Oh.
Well, he's on the practice squad now. Kuntz. How you pronounce his name? Kuntz. Okay, we got to let you go. You're about falling asleep. You got to get to your bed.
I am.
Probably go to the bathroom again.
No, I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Look at you roasting me now, you bastard.
Well, you probably have to go to the... I got to take a tinkle before I go to bed.
All right. You get some rest.
Yeah, I will.
I want you to be refreshed for tomorrow night.
Oh, definitely. I only do one show.
I'll give you one little tease right now.
Yeah.
I have a surprise for you.
You have a surprise for me?
I have a surprise for you tomorrow night. That's all I'll say. You know I love you. You know I'm going to do something special for you, right?
Yeah.
I have a surprise for you.
Okay, that's nice. You're a great guy.
I'll
surprise you on my show for your birthday too.
Okay. Thank you. But I can't wait to experience the show tomorrow night with you. I'm really looking forward to it.
I'll talk about the Jets. I promise.
I know you
I'll
will.
be here myself.
I know you will. And I love you for it. You're the man.
And I love you too.
Good night, everybody. You know what? I'm going to do something different.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, signing off on this channel tonight will be Bobby. Bobby, I'm going to remove myself from the show. I'll give you a minute. You say whatever you want to everybody. You can sing a song. You can do whatever you want. You have 1 minute. The floor is yours. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the show. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the gifted memberships. And I'll have an updated number tomorrow where we're at, and we can launch, hopefully, the Bobby birthday emoji on Bobby's birthday. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, be loud, be proud, New York Jets fans. And I leave you tonight with the 56-year-old Bobby fucking Midnight. It's all yours, pal.
Okay, guys, thank you very much for everything you give me. Thank you for the happy birthday, people. You guys are awesome. And I'll see you a little later. I'm going to go on after Jake's show when he finishes the show. One show tomorrow. Then I'll take a nap. Then I'll be all ready for the next show in the afternoon, at night, 10 o'clock. So you guys have a great night. We're both tired, me and Nick. We need sleep. We're getting up there, guys. We're not young chicks anymore. We're old farts. Okay, so we need our sleep. What time what, Barney Miller? What time what?
The show tomorrow.
Probably after Jake's show. I don't know how long he goes on for. Jake goes on for
my show's at 10.
Yeah, 10 o'clock for his show. Yeah, I'll be on 10 o'clock. I didn't know he asked about your show. Okay. So you have a good night, everybody. I'll leave you with Nick to say goodbye.
What time your show?
Oh, after Jake's show. I don't know exactly what time he gets off. He usually does 2.5 hours per show. Okay, see you later, everybody. Have a good night.
Oh, shit. He just fucking left on his own. All right, everybody. Have a good night. You guys are the best. I'm sure they're much like Alexis, Texas. There will be some DP going on. So if you are a member of the Discord, I'll probably see you guys over there before I fall asleep. You know, I check in with you guys. Thank you for your support. You guys are awesome. You rock. Bobby Midnight forever. Bobby Midnight, #1 in our hearts, #1 on YouTube, #1 living American right now.